Which region do you think are the strongest?
Regions don't matter. I'm the strongest. Me, number one, the prodigy, the killer.
No bad.
Well, I personally think it's Europe. Everyone wholeheartedly agrees that Insecure is the best player, so he represents Europe as well. Must mean that there's something to Europe.
Okay. Did you prefer anything for the global tourney?
Personally, I didn't prepare anything, but that's just because I have a very certain playstyle, which Insecure helps enable, and Lamp also being really strong in the goal.
Okay. When did you first started playing SBT?
I don't exactly recall, but probably like over a year ago. Yeah, for sure over a year ago, but I don't remember the exact date.
Favorite character and why?
Most definitely Pi. Like, I just like the mobility of Pi. I like the fact that he's like a lightning user. I like a lot of lightning users in anime, so that's gotta be why.
So, Insecure, which region do you think are the strongest?
Since I represent EU and I'm the best, I think EU will win for sure.
Did you prepare anything for the global tourney?
I slept a lot while watching NA. China kind of looks good, so we're preparing a little bit for them, yeah.
When did you first started playing SBT?
Around preseason, first week.
Favorite character and why?
Has to be Pink. She's versatile. She can do everything. I'm the best. Okay, Lampupa. Which region do you think are the strongest?
I think Europe is the strongest. Coming from Europe, I might have bias, but I definitely think we are the strongest region.
Did you prepare anything for the global tournament?
I'm preparing to win. That's all.
When did you first started playing SBT?
I first started in preseason, where I met a couple guys who I played with a lot, and then it all started from there.
Favorite character and why?
I like R4. He goes bonk bonk bonk, and then he can just hit the ball really fast. Go meow.
Which region do you think are the strongest? I think it's the Dev team in terms of their bravery, because they are facing the 3 best teams in each region. Did you prepare anything for the global tourney? Yes, I did. I prepared 100T and Rocket Face for Pi players. When did you first start playing SBT? I think it was in November 2020. Favorite character and why? I think it is R47 because he has the most powerful punch.
What's up, everybody? This is Jesse from Spice Gaming, representing North America in the SPT Global Tournament. I currently think that North America is the strongest region since we don't play Pi, and that means that we don't have to play Pi on Ping. Our team has come up with some strategies and counterplay to various teams and team compositions, and we just might have some aces up our sleeves, but I'm not leaking anything, so you're gonna have to wait and see. I've been playing SPT since November 2020 during the preseason launch, and currently my favorite character is Ariel because I think she suits my playstyle well and is very strong this patch. I know I've been formerly known as a pink one chick, but I'm trying really hard to break that mold.
Hey everyone, it's Stitch from North America. Honestly, I have to give it to EU. They have very strong players, very strong teams. Their coordination is on point. However, I have to say that I think North America can take the title, and I also believe China can be some very strong competitors as well. We've just been reviewing VODs for now. We plan on scrimming other teams in the near future, leading up to Sunday. I started playing way back at the end of 2020, November, for preseason. And up until then, almost full year now, over a full year, I've enjoyed every step of the way. I think the game is great, and I hope soon it'll release into early access and then launch soon enough. Honestly, I was going to say Murphy, because I'm known for my Murphy, but I'm also very well known for my Lang, and I think I have to say Lang is my favorite character of all time. His versatility in the air, his options, his mix-ups are all very strong. His double tap is also extremely useful in a lot of scenarios, both defensively and offensively. And Murphy's also good, but with the current nerfs given to him, he's in a little rough spot. So I'll definitely give it to Lang.
我是 CN1 的队员 DK， 觉得这一次总决赛最强的队伍就是我们的中国队吧。为了这次总决赛，我们是集齐了5个很强劲的队员吧。然后首先嘛，有顶尖的进攻嘛，派的话 Miki、卢本伟、猫猫，就是大家都熟悉的吧，就是很强劲的进攻。然后其次啊，还有我们的6连冠选手妍妍，再加上优质的守门员击个球，觉得这次反正我们队伍的实力都很强。然后我们还研究了一下，就是欧洲和美洲的那种录像，就有去看对面是一种什么打法。是从季前赛开始接触的超级巴基球这款游戏，最喜欢的英雄是铁木吧，因为他胖胖的比较可爱。
我是 CN1 的 Metas， 这次比赛我是觉得中国队是最强的。比赛我们考虑的也很多战术策略配合，也请到强势进攻卢本伟、猫猫、Miki， 强势守门 DK 几个球。我从第一届末尾开始接触这个游戏，也算个老玩家了。我最喜欢的英雄是浪，因为我刚玩这游戏的就是玩这个英雄，第一次夺得这游戏的闪金赛冠军也是用浪。
Hello， 大家好啊，这里是 CN1 的猫猫，很荣幸代表中国队参加这次比赛。我觉得这次比赛里面最强的队伍应该是中国队，因为 China No.1。我们为这次比赛做了很多准备，一是指挥位的确定，其次是道具大招的战术配合，我觉得这一点很重要。我是从季前赛的时候开始玩这款游戏的，我觉得这个游戏的题材新颖，然后上手难度很低，非常好玩。我就觉得会继续玩下去。我最喜欢的英雄呢，应该是派一，因为我比较喜欢这种突突突的英雄。
我是 CN1 的队员卢本伟，真的牛逼！最强的队伍肯定是我们中国队啊，但是我也很期待欧洲、美洲以及制作组的表现。我会去观察他们的比赛录像，然后了解熟悉他们的打法配合，去做出一个针对性的训练。然后我们还有6冠王的妍妍，我是在20年6月中旬接触这款游戏的，也很感谢巴西球制作组做出一个这么好玩的游戏。最喜欢的英雄是派一，因为这个英雄比较帅气，比较灵活，机动性也很高。所以一直到现在我都主玩这个英雄。这次比赛我们肯定会尽最大的努力去争夺全球巅峰赛冠军的。谢谢。
Hello， 大家好，我是来自 CN1 战队成员 Miki。首先能在本次全球总决赛代表中国队出战，感到非常荣幸。然后本次最强队伍，我当然是认为属于是中国队了，也就是 CN1。然后有对 那些欧美强队视频做出针对性的训练，配合以及技巧打法。接触巴基球这个游戏就是比较有点久远了，可以说从开服一直坚持玩到现在吧，也算是一个元老玩家了。想起这个应该可以证明。最喜欢的英雄，观看每届比赛的人应该都会知道，当然是最强。哎呀，不好意思，选错了，太一了。强无敌，太一永远的神。
Hello， 大家好啊！这里是 CN1 的队员，人生短短几个球。这一次的全球赛呢，我当然非常看好中国队啊，因为这是第一次有机会和国外队伍一决高下，我们当然抱着必胜的决心，而且真的有这么多可靠的队友，不是吗？当然，国外的队伍也很强，所以我们也做了充分的准备，去研究国外比赛的录像，进行针对性的配合练习。我是在季前赛开始喜欢上巴基球的，并且当时第一次参加比赛是以守门员的位置赢得赏金赛，所以我真的很喜欢玩守门员。最喜欢的英雄当然是哈利啊，因为她是唯一的女守门员，并且她真的很酷，对吗？
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the SBT Global Tournament. I'm his wife, and this is my co-commentator, Skinny P.
You better believe it.
You better believe it, indeed.
You
We've got.
You laugh every time.
It's just the way you say it, man.
All right.
We're looking to get here into the first match here now in a second. We're gonna go take a look at our our match screen, what we're looking at for as far as games today. On your screen, this is the round robin format. Each game here will be, each set here will be playing 2 games in the round robin set to decide seeding for the bracket that will be happening post. And all of the games on the top in each of the rounds are the games that will be played on stream.
Which of these matches are you looking forward to the most?
I mean, obviously, I can talk about NA versus EU all day and how much I'd love to see that.
I don't want to talk about that at all. I want to see full-blown EU bias, Asia and EU. I think that match.
You want Asia and EU? Okay.
That's the one. That's
That's
I'm
fair.
looking for. That's what
I think there's a good chance that we may see that today, depending on sleep conditions of the NA teams, because it's pretty early here in America.
Yes,
but...
me. The NA team is sleeper regardless. Anyways.
With that, I think we're actually all ready to get into our first match.
Oh baby. I'm excited for this. I like this a lot.
Our first match here, we see CNN1 versus Spice Gaming, Mau Mau Metas, and DK versus Stitch, Jesse Harlow, and High Star.
I think High Star feels weird about this.
Maybe just a little bit. For those of you that don't know, High Star is a former Chinese player currently studying overseas here on the North American continent. So he is filling in for Spice Gaming as their goalie.
He's been really strong coming through, too. I wonder how he feels we compare to his players back home.
Mm-hmm.
And I wonder if he's like... I'd like to see him go back and have leveled up so much that everyone's just like, dude, he's a problem.
Yeah.
What is this? What happened? after sitting there having to, block EU shots for hours on end, I imagine he's a whole different demon.
Well, I think this is going to be a good match regardless. I believe this is the first time we'll actually see a match with a region outside of... rather the West versus the East. I believe this is the first match ever recorded on relatively similar ping, so this is going to be an exciting match to get into. Speaking of getting into it, we are...
Just before we get in, turn me up a little bit. I'm getting word that I'm a little low.
Sure.
Gotcha. Alright, kickoff already going to China. I'm interested to see how they Well, they passed it to Stitch, but...
There we go. Stitch getting one in right above DK right off the start. First 11 seconds of the game. MB on the kickoff, or rather Mau Mau on the kickoff.
What I was going to say here is I'm interested to see how they handle ball possession here, because if you let Stitch have it, he's gonna score,
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm interested to see what the top Chinese team does to kind of maintain the ball possession, because we on the overseas team haven't really seen too much of the game. Wow.
Mau Mau answering back very quickly, getting it past High Star's hands there. I mean, we talked about it last week during the NA EU regionals. NA has adopted this pseudo EU meta in how they play, where they let Stitch firing one from up top after getting a head jump. The meta that they've adapted from EU is interesting to see, where they let one of their players play forward, almost cherry pick style, and then have the pink hang back and help defend the goalie. So it's interesting to see how they differ, the way that they how China is going to deal with this rather.
Yeah, I'm personally a huge fan of the pink meta. You might have heard of my last team that I played on.
Big fan of the pink meta over here in NA. 100 coming out on High Star there. Extremely scary situation. Mau Mau coming in with the tricky bomb, stunning them and putting one in.
Tricky. I like that.
So for those of you at home that don't know, these matches are actually played on ping that is, obviously getting ping equal to each other from China and North America. Not the easiest thing to do in the world with, having the Chinese firewall and, just relatively... big issues getting the same ping. These teams are both playing on the Tokyo server in order to achieve about 180 to 170 ping.
Not bad. Some say playable.
Just playable enough, it would seem.
Nice.
Mau Mau getting one past High Star
earlier there. DK had a beautiful yellow buff to get out of pink ultimate. It worked perfectly. But you can see here, Pink and Pi both having shots that are kind of reaction-based. Goalies are having a bit of a difficult time blocking some of these.
And I believe that was the plan all along, for at least for that I talked about with the NA team, is using stuff like laying double tap and Pink's color cannon as reaction tests for the goalie on ping, making it incredibly hard to stop.
Ooh, tackle, okay.
Beautiful hands from High Star there.
Looks like they've been learning how to do European trickies from the VODs.
Yeah. So now it's High Star blowing ult there.
I agree with that actually.
Not a bad call.
Shooting. Another tackle. He's got one more left, at least.
Say items coming up in 20 seconds. So you can get a recharge on those. DK coming out for it.
Good double.
Could it be his downfall? Nope, not quite getting it with the hands.
So
Jesse taking the shot, but I believe Stitch's magnet interfered there. Seemingly so far the China team has managed to always have a 2-on-1.
Here we go. I don't actually agree with Jesse color canning that earlier. I think just letting Stitch have it would have been better off, probably.
Yeah, probably.
What are the hands doing? What's going on here?
An interesting interaction. Stitch ending up winning that and killing Mau Mau's ult in the process.
Oh, over to Jesse. Okay, good block.
DK on the hands, ready for it. High Star coming out, uppercutting it up. I believe Stitch is going to be on the pickup here. Negative.
Just
DK sending back down. If Stitch got a whole piece of that, that might have been a score.
Oh, Stitch is in there now. Oof.
DK getting it.
Jesse intercepts, yep.
It's interesting to see Stitch is not in the places that he needs to be.
Oh, perfect ult. Very nice.
Beautiful reaction from High Star.
I will give you this. Spice is well known as a strong team, but a team that needs to warm up.
Yes, that is been the history of the...
I only... if they drop this game, I only see them coming back stronger.
That's right.
They're the kind of team that just gets harder and harder to play against the longer you go.
Something interesting to note is whether we'll see Stitch on Murphy today at all. I don't believe they've practiced Murphy at all in preparation for this, so we may only see the Lang.
I got a feeling the Murphy is his secret weapon, worst case scenario here.
Could be the case. The Asian team, CNN1, playing fantastic ball possession here, not letting them get as many shots on net as they want.
There we go. That's good. I like that.
Clear out. Is DK going to come out for it? He sure is. Stitch popping the Halley.
Good. Very nice. Oh, Jesse just going in. Oh, not quite.
Not quite.
Oh, good. Double tap to dislodge it. Very nice.
High Star on the clear up. DK going to pick it up. Sending back over to Mau Mau.
We just color cannon this, maybe? Oh, no.
It doesn't seem like it. Items coming up.
Oh.
Mau Mau picking that one up, and Meta's getting the one on the side of Spice Gaming.
Alright, they're just stalling for time.
Got 45 seconds to get 2 points. This is not unheard of.
And Jesse blowing ult there. Ugh. That's rough. Three points in 40 seconds. I mean, it's possible, but this is looking grim for game one.
It's going to take a massive mistake on the side of CNN1.
All right.
I don't think they're going to make. 30 seconds left. They're just holding.
Of course. Yeah, Jesse blowing ultimate there, trying to catch DK off guard, I think kind of threw away their only opportunity of pulling this back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, DK just holding this here. That's all he has to do.
It would have been better if Jesse actually got him with the ball, but he passed the ball the moment Jesse made that decision, which just kind of screwed the whole play.
That's going to be it for game one. Game one going the way of CNN1.
I'm excited to see that. The Chinese team putting up points.
DK getting MVP in that game, and I wholeheartedly believe that. He played incredible that game, especially on ping. Whereas we've talked about before, China does not have any practice on ping, as far as we're aware. They've never had to play in a ping environment, so if they manage to make that adjustment as quickly as the last couple days, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, it really is. I'm also interested to kind of see how they go into Europe, who religiously trains on ping, deliberately anticipating these kind of things.
Well,
I mean, according to Stitch, it's pretty difficult for them to find scrims a lot of the time anyways. So I wonder how much on-ping practice Spice really did leading up to this.
You know what? I do not believe they played a whole lot in the last couple days, but they have been going hard for yesterday and today at least. So it'll be interesting. I don't know if we're gonna see any character swaps going into this next game.
I don't know. Stitch still hasn't readied, so it's the question of, is he bringing out the Murphy?
Mm-hmm.
He's committing.
It's looking like he's committing to the Lang, whether that's a good thing or not. Obviously, if it's what they practice, it's what they practice. So let's see how it works out for him.
I mean, I wasn't in those bot matches. I don't really know what he grinded out. And But surely he had something prepared.
Only him and that pink bot know what happened in those matches, and I'm sure he wants to keep it that way.
Well, I tried to get in. I tried to guess the password, but he said a password that no one could guess.
All right, getting into this next game here. The China team already on the offense.
Oh,
High Star
no.
not ready for it. Mao Mao putting it in that top left pocket.
Very clean, just straight up dashing it in. Okay, good dash. Oh, good interception.
Ooh.
That was huge.
That's
Stitch his positioning's already getting better. He's already in the spots he needs to be in, you know.
If they can just clean it up a little bit, get their defense a little bit better, and hold on to this ball a little bit more. Obviously, it's not the easiest thing to do against Pi. I think they'll be in a better position. Jesse blowing the 100T to stop the pass to Metas. Metas blowing his own 100T. DK missing, Stitch in a 1. Gets the double tap, shoots it right past the hands. Fantastic shot.
Alright, how do we play this kickoff? Oh, you don't want to see that.
Like you said, I mean, Spice already making the adjustment. Their positioning has already gotten so much better from that first game.
Yep.
Let's see if it continues.
The name of this game, I think, was going to be ball possession. Spice is really good at getting the ball and keeping it.
Meta's trying with the combo play there. Didn't quite get it. Stitch running up, getting a 1. Mao Mao missing the tackle.
Double tap. Misses the double tap. That's unfortunate. Oh, but passes right to Jesse. Oh, that could... No. That was a good ultimate, I think. Dive kick was coming in hot.
Without the ultimate there, the ball likely would have been stolen from him, and that could have been a potential goal. Jesse blowing rocket here, sending it back down to DK.
DK clean. Okay. Oh, off the wall. What are we setting up here? Pink ult. Yep. Really good ultimate from High Star, seeing that setup.
This is something interesting that we don't really see a whole lot in the Western.
Oh, that was dangerous.
Something we don't really see a whole lot here in the Western side of things is players just taking shots from the 2-point line with combo ults. Usually they use an ult of their own to do something similar, whereas here that's almost what we've seen exclusively, the Pi player taking 2 shots from the 2-point line in combination with the pink ult.
Mm-hmm. Giving me flashbacks of the last beta.
Giving me flashbacks from quite a while ago. Beautiful color cannon. High Star ready on the stop, however.
Oh, that was almost corner. That was almost corner.
Stitch trying to get the pickup. Mao Mao winning that interaction. Let's see what they managed to get here.
Jeez. Mao Mao dancing on him.
100T from High Star.
Oh,
Tricky! Squeezing it in past the post.
He rams it in with a dash. He didn't even really shoot or anything. Just brute forced his way through. Oh, wall
Jesse
pass.
clearing up. DK gonna end up clearing it back down to High Star.
That is such a huge part of Hallie. Being able to reach out and grab the ball at that range. Any other goalie would have had to deal with Stitch's pressure there.
Was that Stitch's tricky? I wonder
You better believe it.
what happened there.
North American trickies, what can you do?
Mao Mao getting it past the right side of High Star. He's just a little bit out of position. Stitch getting kickoff. Let's see what happens. Mao Mao ulting. Stitch gonna cancel the ult and
Does
kills
not
the entire
refund.
thing.
He got
Yeah.
the whole bar. Very nice timing.
Let's see what they can do here. They've, we're only halfway through this game. Items just came up. Jesse picking up one. Meta's picking up the other.
Setting up an ult play. Interesting.
I see what they were trying to do there. Passing into the pink laser to send it past, but it's not going to work.
Yes, I feel like in this beta specifically, auto passing feels kind of weaker. I feel like it doesn't have quite the range or the curvature that you would expect if you played the other betas. So you're very limited in your passing options if you auto pass, I think.
That was Jesse blowing ult there. I'm not sure what that was about. DK blowing ult on the double tap. Definitely not a bad decision.
Get back from Stitch.
Stitch unable to keep it in the corner. Jesse coming up, rocketing. Mao Mao on the pickup, sending it back up to Metas. Oh, Stitch on the intercept.
Or did he just punch it up?
No, Jesse definitely rocketed there with the item that he got at 3 minutes.
Okay. All right. What do we do here? It seemed like a dangerous pass for a moment, but Metas didn't really contest it.
What a beautiful sequence of Spice getting that ball up the field right there. Jesse with the soft tap, getting it past, juking 2 players.
Very nice. Passing right to Jesse Harlow. You better believe it.
Stitch is relying on these double taps, and they don't seem to be paying off.
Very
Jesse on the intercept with color cannon.
If Stitch was even a little further forward there, he couldn't have known the exact angle. He was in the right spot, but that would have been nasty.
Back over to Mao. Mao going to take the shot. Looks like it. High Star blowing ult.
I agree. Ooh, I like that. He tried to dash into it to proc the ultimate and then hit after. That was really good decision making.
Tapping back up. Stitching a 1. Mao coming up from behind. Nice double tap. DK stopping it with the uppercut.
That was like perfectly positioned too. That looked more like a read than a reaction, if you ask me.
Trying it one more time, not working out again. Spice got to make something happen here. 45 seconds. They got to get 1 on the board to push overtime.
Jesse's got to push up. Jesse has to come in and make an ult play, I think. They can't just keep relying on double tap.
And I definitely think they can. They just need to make that decision.
That is unfortunate. Missing 2 opportunities to intercept there on both of them. Jesse just trying to zone. What do we do here? You got to hit it out, yeah.
Got it out.
You got to do something, boys.
Got the refund. They got 20 seconds. Stitching at the 1 here. He's not going to win the exchange with metas.
Oh, good hit.
Oh, Jesse with the shot. Didn't quite make it. DK with the ult.
No, they both
10
lose
seconds.
it.
High Star can clear it out.
Come on.
Stitch on the play.
Jesse, ult. Huge.
Nope. Pi ult.
Brilliant ultimate.
100 T. That's going to be it for game 2. Going the way of the Asia team.
Wow. That ultimate from Mao was huge. Just to stall the ball out. They did have 100 T in the pocket just to stall out time, but that ultimate to deny the shot was big.
What a great game. I mean, that was an intense last couple seconds. I mean, look at this possession stat, though. Kind of makes you wonder. The Pi definitely putting in the work that they needed to keep the ball away from Spice here.
I entirely agree. And there were a lot of opportunities where Stitch and Jesse were intercepting the ball, but it's just Pi can be everywhere at once. He's offense and defense. He's the entire map.
Yep. Well, what an incredible game that was. Let's go take a look at our round robin to see what matches are up next. Keep in mind, Tokyo Manji versus the dev team has happened or is happening currently off stream. The next game we're going to be getting into here is CNN1 versus Tokyo Manji Gang on the India server. So give us a moment while we swap to that server, yeah, we'll get right back into the game.
Yep.
Let's talk about that last game a little bit more. You know what did?
I mean, there are a lot of question marks in the air with China just because we haven't seen them play all that much. But man, they're playing just like we are. You know, I mean, maybe a bit better. They did win.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, I mean, it's interesting. They definitely have a different play style than what we're used to seeing here in the West. They definitely did a few things that I wasn't exactly prepared to see. So.
Oh yeah, I mean, the entire Pi play into Pink Ult is something that we were doing in the last beta entirely, but it begs the question of it works so well here. Why didn't we just keep doing it?
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, fair point. I think. They played Pi incredibly well. Their Mao definitely putting in quite a bit of work for that team right there. Just not letting Spice touch the ball. Obviously, we saw the possession 72% to 28%. That's ridiculous. I mean, we don't see that in our best games on either NA or EU. So to see China come in and dominate like that
happen between two teams that are so high level, you wouldn't expect it to be that start.
Yeah.
You know, maybe in a game where it's like a complete blowout, one team is clearly significantly better, but not in something like this. You would expect it to be a little closer. But
yeah, I mean,
Spice isn't out yet. They're still warming
up. Yeah, well, and I guess that's something important to note to everybody here. These are not elimination games. This is our group stage. This is to set seeding for the elimination portion of the bracket. We have, I believe, 4 more matches, 4 more games before we cut to a short break and then get into our elimination side, which based on who wins here will decide seeding for that.
Yep.
So we're just waiting on the Tokyo Manji Gang to get in here, and then we'll be able to get into this next game. Speaking of the next game, it looks like we're going to have the sub roster for China playing this game. Rangsheng, Meeking, and NB. So that's going to be exciting. We'll see a completely different roster coming out of the Asia team.
I like that. I like that they're utilizing the other roster. I don't think NA or EU plan to use any of their sub players. I think they do have some, but I think we're just going to see the main lineups. I like that China's kind of hot swapping it around.
Yeah, they are. NA and EU at the very least are strictly playing with their main roster, and I believe the subs are strictly for if something happens and they need somebody to fill. So, obviously, we have the 6 best players from China on this team. So, you know, pretty exciting to see this game. Obviously,
well, I don't know, man. They were gassing up Metas pretty hard.
They sure were.
Interviews.
I mean, credit where credit is due. Metas is quite the incredible player.
He's good, but in that last match, he more so looked like a tool for Mao Mao to use.
Well, and you know, and so be it. That's what they needed in that game.
Vital.
So
I
yeah,
mean, he played it incredibly well. They showed a lot of good team coordination, but that whole match really just Mao Mao was all over the place. He did really well.
Well, I'm interested to see here. Player Meking and NB are players that we've been talking to for some time now, almost coming up on a year now since we've been, you know, making the connection between China and the West with those players.
I actually played games with NB.
Sarge, another prominent community member, has made quite the connection with NB. They talk on Twitter all the time.
Sarge hasn't just been playing with them; he's been speaking to them with Google Translate. He's gone the whole other tier.
Gotta love it.
That man established verbal communication.
Give us 1 minute. I think we're about ready to get into this next game here. Speaking about our teams, obviously I told you what our China players are looking like. On the side of Tokyo Manji Gang, we have our lovely cast of players. I'm sure you all saw their interview, and maybe you didn't. Hopefully you didn't. We have everybody's #1 pick for best player in the game, Insecure, the scoring machine in Apocalypse, and Lamp posted in the back, rounding it all off in the goal. So, I think we're ready to get into our next match here.
I think we are.
Interesting.
Oppo is free, baby. He can. Oh, they're double picking the pie. China loves doing this. They love the double picks.
So I guess that's something important to note with the rules for this tournament. During the round robin portion here, players will be allowed to double pick characters in games. When we move on to the elimination side of the bracket, that will change and you will no longer be allowed to double pick. So we're seeing double pie coming out of NB and Meking here. Both prolific pie players.
Nightmare to watch. Fighting off a swarm of flies.
On the side of, on the other side, where we have Tokyo Manji Gang, we see Lamp hosted playing Gridiron on Ping, which is not something I expected to see today. However, yeah. So
I am very interested to see Apocalypse, because during the entirety of the regionals, because of our ban system, he was not able to play his character at all. So I'm sure he's feeling great to finally be free for a moment.
It'll definitely. I think it'll work out for him. But you know, let's see what happens. We saw the Chinese players, you know, show some dominance against NA. Let's see what they do against EU, getting into this first game here.
I am interested if they specifically pick this lineup to run into EU versus the one they picked in NA.
Well,
having
and
those two different team compositions, I'm wondering if this was a very deliberate choice.
Well, and having the double pie pick could, you know, be the pick here against Insecure, and then obviously, you know, Insecure being an incredible defender, midfield defender. Apo already showing off his skills on pie.
Is it considered ironic to use China Tech against this team?
You know what? It might be. I believe the origination of China Tech is from NB. So Meking throwing is tricky. They're not getting anything for it. The 100T came out of somebody. I'm not quite sure who that was on the blue team. Apo trying to make his way up here. We're gonna see quite a few pie battles here in this match.
Yes, it's looking like that 100T came out of Insecure.
Apo already ready. I do not believe that was a China Tech. However, fast shot getting it over the left shoulder of Rensheng.
Oh, Lamp is fully prepared. Alright, dislodging it.
The ping must not be that bad for Lamp to be playing Gridiron on ping. I'm not sure what's up with this.
Maybe not. Maybe not. Passing to Insecure, good pass play.
It's
Then Shang is
interesting.
already he's high up in the air, so it's kind of hard to deal with a low shot when you're already mid-flight.
Say they're not. Oh, wow.
No.
That I mean, right there.
The moment Lamp put down that shield, he's like, oh, top corner.
That is well, and that's the thing. Lamp mistimed the shockwave, and this is what I was talking about with playing Gridiron on ping. It's pretty rough. Timing shockwave is super inconsistent on ping, and Insecure not breaking the Halley bubble there.
I'm surprised to see Insecure not recognize the 100T and just go for knocking the golem.
Mm-hmm.
Generally something we'll see him do there.
I'm still trying to make sense of this Lamp on Gridiron thing. I can't think of any situation where it would have been better than having the R4.
If it works, I guess. Good shockwave.
Works out that time. See, Insecure gonna get it up the field to Apo. Yes. Meeking is here, ready to rather NB is here, ready to stop.
Oh, that was dangerous. There it is.
On the rebound, Insecure in the perfect position to put it on the left post.
Missing by the slimmest of angles.
Well, maybe they did do their homework. It looks like NB is just sitting back, ready to cover Apo when Insecure gets the ball up to him.
Mm-hmm. Oh man, these guys are everywhere. I can tell you right now, Insecure's in that call complaining about penguins nonstop.
Flightless bird.
You know he is.
He's a penguin in a bird's world.
These pies are dancing all around his head, and he can do nothing about it.
That was a rocket coming out of Insecure there. Clearing in front of the net. Apo gonna get it out to Insecure. Nope. MB dropping the 100T.
Oh.
Apo popping out EP.
It is wild to watch them all just flurry around each other.
It's
But I do think item Oppo gets one. Looks like Insecure.
MB gets the other.
Oh no, MB gets the other. My bad. Yeah, but I think you might be exactly right. I think the game plan here is to literally dance around Insecure's head and hopefully not let him play.
Well, and I mean that so far, it's.
No.
Oh my goodness. Apo with the EP again in the corner, seeing if he can get it over, getting it in past ring Shang, dancing around him in true Apo style.
This man's kind of more powerful than two of his exact same character. Big hit. Oppo's wide open. You don't want to see this. Yeah.
Getting it around the Halley hands.
The goalie 1v1 Oppo ever.
It's a personal experience that is one of the scariest situations I have ever been in playing this game, is in a one-on-one versus Apo on Pi. Faking the shot,
wow.
sending over to Insecure. Missing, hitting the post, clearing back over to Apo. Maybe Apo gets a shot.
Maybe we recover this? I guarantee you Insecure's mauling in that call right now, though.
Yeah. 2 minutes left on this game. Apo getting in the left post, past the punch from Rensheng. What does the China team need to do here? Because I don't know that they're bringing this game back. 6-point deficit. They've got a minute 50. I don't know that this is possible.
I don't know. I feel like I see what they're going for with the double pie pick, but I'm not sure it's working.
Yeah, they're not quite executing as well as I'm sure they'd hope. Trying to get the angle.
I would hope to see some more character versatility here. But at the same time, I don't know what characters these players play, you know?
I mean, as far as I'm aware...
I feel like at least one of them's a one-trick.
I believe both of them are Pi mains, so I don't know that we'll see another character come out, because I don't know what they've practiced. However, you know, they are two of the best Pis from the Asian region, so they just need to execute it better. And be just a little bit off the mark there, hitting the post. Lamp was late on the shockwave. Apo on a 1.
Very nice. Yes.
2-on-1.
Whereas it's clear they're both very strong players. Meeking getting the item. I feel like it's important to have a versatile kit at your disposal as a team, which is why I don't generally like double picks. But China are big fans of double picks, so maybe they know something I don't. You know,
It's
I'm
interesting
hoping they
with
show me wrong. You know.
Historically, their favorite double pick has been R47, but I'm thinking that maybe because of the map size changes, that's why we're not seeing it here.
That could be it. I mean, R4, he's got enough trouble moving around as it is before the map got big.
20 seconds left on the match. I think this one is going to be going the way of Tokyo Manji Gang.
Oh, this is definitely wrapped. Yeah.
Appo putting it in the top left pocket. Rensheng is just not ready for these grounded shots coming out of Appo's pie.
Nope. Could you ever really be, though?
You know, maybe with a little bit of practice against it if you've seen it, you know, in pubs with some experience, but definitely not blind like this. That first game going to be going convincingly the way of Tokyo Manji Gang.
Yep. This was the match I was most interested in seeing because this is probably one of the most telling matches of the tournament. I feel like I know you got your boys, but I feel like this European team is the strongest team we have here. So I was really interested to see how China matches up. They can still come. I mean, they got another game. They can make an adaptation, and I would like to see it. But 1-8 is not the kind of score you want to see.
Definitely not the score you want to see in a first game of the set. But you know, you never know. We'll see. We'll see if they can make the adjustment here. Looks like Meking looking the way of Pink. No, Meking looking the way of R47.
I just want to see anything but pie.
Anything but pie.
I think you got to have some versatility in there, and I do like the midfield goalie pick. That's more of an oddball pick. It's something we've kind of, well, everyone but Fatomir has moved away from in the West.
Well, and you know, that's something to be said. I think with the map changes, there are some upsides and there are some downsides. I think the upsides massively outweigh the downsides, however, in the current game.
I mean, it can have quite a bit of ball control. And also a small shout out to Chadomir. I gotta give it up. I can't shout him out without giving him a bump.
Well, getting into game 2 here. Yeah, we're seeing the change to we're seeing the change on Meking, swapping to that R47. Let's see if he can make something happen with it.
Will it be the answer is the question, and Appo's already tapping it out of that man's hands.
Appo already dancing around two players, putting one in the first 10 seconds of the match, in true Appo style.
Of course. Oh, here we go. Nice hit.
Getting the clear out. Lamp doing a fantastic job on these little shots here. Insecure tapping it out of Lamp's hands.
I guess he needed the meter more than a grid.
Well, there's definitely some miscommunication going on the side of Tokyo Manji Gang currently. Over Insecure getting it with the color cannon, sends it in the right side.
It was very well timed. The uppercut just a little slow. If it was a little bit faster, it might have stopped it, but... Oh, huge tricky from like half court.
That is a 2-for-1 on the side of the red, or rather on going the way of the Tokyo Manji Gang. Insecure blowing 100T and getting a beautiful weight on Meking there for the shockwave to come out. Lamp not having the resources to cancel in a Hail Mary. 100T coming out of Meking.
I love that.
Super greedy 100T.
I love the aggro 100Ts. Sometimes you just got to do it. And I think that R47 especially... Oh, lightning fast.
Beautiful shot from MB there. The ball was just in front of that 2-point line. Almost had a 2-pointer there.
Nearly. But to double back on what I'm saying, I feel like R4 is a really good character for those aggro 100Ts. Just because of how much control he has on the ball with his slam.
His 50-50 on 100T is incredibly strong. I mean, probably only second to Hallie.
Of course.
Realistically.
Of course.
Blue team on their way up the field here. See if they can make something happen. Insecure has ult. Tricky blown. Didn't even need it. Insecure.
Tricky. Tricky was just thrown.
Important to note there, Rangsheng blowing his ult as well. Insecure still has ult here. It'd be interesting to see where he elects to use it. Rangsheng getting the uppercut, clearing out. Insecure back up to Appo. Appo going to be in a 1 here.
It was a really nice tap, just a little bit over the head, keeping control. Perfect ultimate from NB. Somehow keeps it. Okay.
Yeah.
Not bad, I guess.
Giving him the refund. Meking over here gonna get it. Oh, I'm not sure about that pass in front of a pie player. See what happens here.
Oh, good uppercut. Very nice.
Beautiful extended uppercut from Rensheng. Keeping up in this corner here. Apple not quite ready on the rebound that time.
I feel like we're seeing a lot of the uppercut and not a lot of the hand slap. What do you think about that?
That's a play style thing. I personally prefer. Oh no, unfortunate.
Barely around the magnet of Hallie, just slightly around it.
Didn't quite manage to pick it up, and it rolls in past Rensheng.
With such a light hit too, you hate to see those.
Gotta wonder if he had just a little bit better reaction time. Maybe he could have 180'd and picked it up with the hands or something, but not quite this time.
Oh. Okay, I actually like the pass there.
Meking having ult here, you gotta watch out for that.
It unfortunately passed to Oppo, but I feel like he recognized that he didn't have as much of an advantage as he liked there. And I think it's better to keep ball possession in that case.
On this ping environment, fast shots like R47 ult are a lot more scary than they are on non-ping environments. So let's see what happens here.
Soon. He's baiting. I think he deliberately was baiting there, which is very nice.
Well, I mean, something to note too that we've seen out of China in the past with the R47 is using the R47 ult to knock the goalie and letting the other player put the ball past. So we could see that later at some point as well.
Oh, I like that. Good 100T.
A little bit of a miscomm there. Rensheng blowing his ult at the same time. It's going to work out here because of Appo's ult, however. As you're trying to get the rebound on that, not quite making it.
Had he timed it just a little sooner, that would have been pretty nasty.
Appo trying to China Tech there, but Meeking's magnet picking it up. Not quite getting it. That sure was.
Interesting. I will say, though, they're only down 2, and you got 2 minutes left. They still got plenty of time to close out this gap.
Back up to
I
Appo.
feel like I have not seen a single ultimate from Meeking this game, though, which I find a bit questionable. I'd like to see him maybe go for something a bit more aggro. Maybe here it is. Nope. Oh, there it is.
Oh, making it. Hitting the shield. Getting back out. Killing Appo as well. Not going to work out.
It's not super strong into Gridiron, but I like seeing that they're willing to give it a go.
If they could just make better use of it, more uses of it, with how short the ultimate charge time is, it's really unfortunate that we're not seeing as many as he has. Every time that ult comes up, you should be firing one off just at the chance of getting a 2.
I mean, especially when you're playing offense. If you're offense R47, I think you got to be looking for every opportunity you can to just let it rip.
You have a lot more use of angles and stuff like that as well. And being a 1, nope, it's going to bounce out. Lamp going to clear back out. Yeah, not quite on the pickup.
Good hit from Meeking there, though, to deny possession to Oppo.
Items coming up. Appo getting one, Lamp getting the other.
Oh, no. Oh, using the ultimate to proc Halio, even though he can't get to the ball to hit it. Consuming that ult is still very nice.
And then ending up getting the refund for it. So this is going to work out in the Tokyo Manji Gang's favor. NB going for it here. We're going to see an ult from Meeking. Doesn't matter. 100T on it. Ready for the stop. We saw Meeking go into the goal there to knock Lamp, like I talked about earlier. Not working out. Both of the forwards on the side of Tokyo Manji Gang ready for that.
Yes. I think... Oh, wow. Skirt around him a little bit.
Well, there goes their 2-point chance for to catch up here. I don't know that they're going to be able to make this back. Apple with his ult NB canceling.
I do like the idea of it. They showed great team coordination. The only problem with plays like that is it's very telegraphed. Especially when you have this much time on the clock.
Yeah.
You see those ultimates, you know what's going to happen. I guarantee you, Tokyo Manji was saving cooldowns waiting for it. They knew that was
for sure. Well, and, how could you not? They had to make that play there to get that 2-point to tie it up. Well, that's going to be it for Game 2 of this set, going the way of Tokyo Manji Gang. Tokyo Manji Gang taking this 2-0. Appo getting MVP in this game. Possession, you know what?
Things were significantly closer. I think making the swap was huge on the side of the China team, and I think they were doing much better in that second game. I'm very happy to see that.
What a fantastic showing out of both teams. And, I mean, really seeing the fantastic showing out of both of the China teams, because we've seen 2 different teams entirely from that region so far.
Yep.
Be interesting to see. Let's go take a look at our round robin list. That was the top game in round 2. We are now going to be moving on to the top game in round 3, which is a tale as old as time. NA versus EU. Spice Gaming versus Tokyo Manji Gang. Over the course of the beta and previous betas, these teams have played many a game against one another. So it's going to be interesting to see what this looks like.
I think it's going to be a good match to watch. I'm excited. I think it's going to be fun. There's a lot of rivalry between these two teams. It's going to take us just a second to get it set up. We have the off-stream match still going on. It looks like maybe the dev team's giving Spice a run for their money.
No.
I don't know, man.
Oh my goodness.
There's only one reason that it could take an extra moment.
I suppose.
I would love to know what's happening in that lobby.
Well, I mean, speaking of, let's go have a look at our standings board, which I believe. Oh, I guess we haven't been updating that. That's all right.
Bruh.
Yeah, that's fine. Back to it. Well, as far from what we know right now, obviously, the China team taking it over Spice in the first game, and now Tokyo Manji Gang taking it over the China team in the second game.
Yep. I was actually surprised to see the China team perform like they did against Spice. But I'm happy to see that they put up that win. Because a lot of us predicted that we were just gonna kind of see a blowout. So that's good. That's good. I'm glad that they kind of pulled up and showed up. I can't underestimate them anymore. I mean, they were even starting to get a bit of momentum there with the EU and bringing it back. So I'm hoping to see an upset from our perspective. Obviously, from China's perspective, they got a whole different view on this. I'm sure they all thought their boys were going to steamroll.
Well, yeah, for sure. Well, I mean,
I'm glad to see that things are competitive all around.
They even said as much in the interviews, right? So, we'll see what happens going forward here. Spice has got to pick up some steam if they want to make it out of this one alive. So, we'll see how that goes.
I agree. It should be good. After we finish up this third one, we should take a moment, get the brackets ready, and then on to the double elimination, which that one's for all the marbles. You can't drop games there. You got to be ready to pull out everything that you've been practicing.
See, getting the teams in here. We'll be ready to start in just a minute.
I'm trying to get myself in there.
Something important to note about this game is that it will be played on NA ping, so there's a big bias here towards the NA side of things. EU having to play on 120, 130, 150 ping here, whereas NA getting ping advantage. EU is the only team in this tournament to not have a ping advantage situation at all. So
yeah, but that just means they're gonna pop off all the harder.
Well, I mean, if they take this win, which I believe historically in scrims this has been, Spice has taken games on it and taken most of the games on NA, but they have been close. Whereas on EU ping, EU takes every single game. So
blow up. So
let's see. They said they prepared for playing on ping, so let's see how it ends up going.
They prepared for a lot of things. Some things they prepared for, I don't think they needed to prepare for.
Fair enough.
I'm not so sure how advantageous playing with bots is going to be going into. Hey, what? Maybe he knows better.
Flightless bird.
Maybe that offline training mode was the secret. Maybe that was the secret to the sauce, the secret formula. I think Stitch might be swapping teams.
Roster swap confirmed?
Yep.
Not after that drama in Twitch chat last night.
Oh jeez. Not on air, wife. Oh, can we cut to
That's right. We're getting ready to get into the next game here. We've got all the players in the lobby. Gonna be getting ready here now in a second, seeing what the character's gonna be looking like. We're gonna see Jesse on the aerial that he made a massive showing with at regionals last week.
Man, this pink one trick really thinks that he can.
Are we gonna box Jesse in as a pink one trick? He even said.
Some people might. I'm definitely not. I've had to play against that nonsense.
Jesse, I mean, having an incredible showing on aerial last week and just over the course of this beta here we had in December has made quite a name for himself on the character. A lot of previous aerial players naysaying the character, but Jesse putting them in their place and showing them that Ariel is no slouch, and Jesse himself is no slouch on the character.
Jesse's been putting in work, but I don't think a player performing well necessarily denotes character strength, alright? I'm not saying that I'm a Kenny player that a lot of people have been complaining about lately, but I don't necessarily... I still think Ariel's on the weaker side. I think Jesse's just built different.
Getting into our first game here, going the way of the blue team. We're seeing Lamp on the R47, which is what I expected out of him actually in the last game. So it's interesting to see him play here. Apple taking the shot. High Star ready on the stop.
I think High Star's woken up. I think the first match he was a little asleep. Now he's awake.
I mean, interesting. I haven't seen these two teams play each other in. It must have been 2 or 3 weeks now since I've seen them play against each other. So,
they
it'll be
definitely want to
interesting.
keep their cards close to their heart. Whatever they've been working on, I don't think they wanted the other team to see because there's big rivalry going on.
Gonna clear out Appo, picking it up.
Tap. Stitch just letting double taps rock left and right. Ooh, big ink to try to keep control.
Didn't quite find the mark where he wanted it to. Obviously hitting Lamp, but Apple in a situation here. Nope, not gonna get it. Clearing back out to Lamp. Lamp has ult here already. 1 minute into the match. See what happens. Apple taking the shot. Nope, passing over to Insecure.
Ooh, a little off.
Just a little off. High Star winning the 50-50, sending it back out to Lamp. Lamp has ult here. It'll be interesting to see if we see him use it at all offensively. I mean, historically, Lamp not the most... knowing all the tech, but not necessarily using it in comp games.
I mean, I think that's just a show of a great player, knowing when it's time to use it and when not.
Insecure over to Appo. Appo throwing the tricky.
Insecure doesn't quite get that color cannon out.
Slightly off. Lamp here, sending back up. I was going to make a comment on Lamp not waiting to send it out, but doesn't need to. It doesn't seem like... Spice just not in position to intercept these passes.
Oh, big bubble attempt.
Nice try.
Not bad. But I gotta say, incredible defense coming out of High Star here. He has been answering every one of their pressure situations perfectly.
Nice try.
Oh, maybe not that one.
Seeing the rocket come out of High Star there, knocking it into the goal didn't quite work out in their favor.
Yeah, it's just the angle didn't work out for him. It would have been the right choice if he was in the goal, but being outside of it, not so much.
By craning it in behind High Star there, made it impossible, really, to get a save there.
I agree.
Potentially blowing ult or something like that might have been able to do it, but then you're risking blowing ult for nothing and still getting scored on. So that's just, to the wind.
I think, big attempt, almost makes it in. Just a little off. But I think their only option in that situation would have been Oppo using his ult defensively.
High Star gonna get the clear over to Jesse here. Up to Stitch. Stitch not quite in position. I wonder what's going on these Spice comms. Typically pretty calm in comms, but a little bit of a miscommunication there.
Oh, Jesse hitting.
Appo in a situation.
Oh, nice. Items are up though. It looks like Stitch grabbed the item on red side.
Negative. Appo got one and Insecure got the other.
Did he?
He sure did.
Wow.
Clearing out to Stitch. Stitch in the situation. So you make happen. Nice try. Wow. Lamp with the ultimate.
The timing on that was so awkward because it wasn't really that powerful of a hit. So it almost just kind of underhanded passed it in.
Nice try on the double tap. We're seeing Spice try to make use of the aerial bullets as much as possible, trying to get them scored. Jesse Hunter-Ting stopping Appo's EP, killing Appo in the process. Insecure just going to hold on here until Appo's back up and in position.
It was interesting to see Jesse run that direction on the ball, I think.
Over. Flightless bird.
Still manages to catch it, though.
Appo in EP here. Jesse blowing ult. High Star using the uppercut. Insecure with the ball. Sending up. Appo picking it up in a 1. Ooh, shooting it right off the Halley bubble.
Oh, wow. That was a very powerful pass to still be caught.
Mm-hmm. Jesse doing a fantastic job as always. Insecure, trying to get it, not quite finding the color cannon.
I question whether he even had a color cannon charge. There it is.
I believe he thought he had it because he was going to tap the ball there, but didn't quite get the charge.
Yeah.
Double tap, trying to send it over. Lamp getting it with the slam.
Big tricky. Nice 100T though.
Beautiful
wow.
shot from Stitch. Off the 100T, winning the interaction there.
I mean, in that kind of scramble situation, it can be so hard to judge the time on when you got to be ready to block something like that. Especially with all the items coming out.
High Star blowing ult. Lamp with his ult here. Stitch also having his own ult. Not seeing Lang ult come out at all. There's a minute left in this game. Apple just a little bit late on that.
Ooh, Stitch running for that item. Insecure color cannoning Stitch out of the way so that he can secure item.
Did not quite get it though. Stitch still got it, and High Star got the one on the red side of the field.
Ah. I still like the idea.
No, it was there. It was definitely there. Clearing up. Stitch gonna get it. See if he can get around the flightless bird. In Insecure. Going for it. Lamp ready to stop to invuln the bubble. Not quite working out for them.
Remains on this side and passes right back to Stitch. Oh,
High Star.
That's unfortunate.
100T coming out of High Star.
Very well done.
Clearing
Very
out.
well done.
Looks like we're going to be going into overtime here in this first game.
It was just a great showcase of defense, really.
Well, this is what I was talking about, where on NA ping, these teams go relatively, close. Stitch blowing ult here. Possibly panicking, yeah. Well, in overtime, next score wins.
I've seen Stitch ult.
That is the first time this game we've seen the Lang ult come out. Back over to Lamp.
What do we do here? Passing over.
Up to Insecure.
Playing defensive. There's the ult. Right to Stitch. Nice. Oh.
A little bit of a miscom there. Yeah, not quite having the awareness he needed there to know to save his bubble on Insecure's tractor beam.
I feel like that was like a really late ultimate though. I feel like he could have seen and clearly known that Pink was ulting. Oh, big ink.
Oh, fantastic ink, not quite getting it. Lamp with the ult ready. Clearing back up. Is Apple gonna burn ult here?
Oh god.
High Star ready for it.
The defense on both sides is just phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. Especially to block the ink setup like that.
Beautiful shot from Insecure, getting that tight angle over on the left side of the goal. First game going the way of Tokyo Manji Gang.
Wow. That game was so back and forth. I think the second game will be just like that too. Low scoring, high defense, super back and forth. I agree with High Star and MVP.
Yeah, beautiful showing there. High Star putting up the points. Possession going the way of Tokyo Manji Gang, which we expect to see with the pie. So, you know.
Well, I mean, even with the possession advantage, it also clearly shows how good High Star's defense is because he was more than capable of blocking most of those shots. One or two did slip through, but for that high of possession to also have that good of defense, that many saves, I think it lines up completely.
Yeah. Well, it'll be interesting to see if they make any adjustments going into the second game here. Judging from the looks of things right now, I don't think we're going to see any character swaps.
Letting it rock.
Stitch.
Baffled to see Stitch not at least busting out the Murphy a little. Maybe he's saving it for bracket.
He didn't get to play the Murphy at all during regionals, so it's interesting that we're not going to see it at all here. But here we are, getting into game 2. Off kickoff, going the way of the blue team. Going up to Apo. Jesse gonna intercept? Nope, not quite. Stitch on the intercept.
Oh, head jump. Uh-oh.
Trying to fake lamp out, and it worked this time. Getting the head jump off Insecure, giving that ball the extra power and accuracy he needed to secure that goal.
You absolutely do not want to find yourself underneath Lang or Pi. The amount of pressure they get. Oh.
Again, a return play, similar situation. High Star jumping, not able to get the angle on the low shot from Pink's color cannon.
Well, what was incredible about that is Insecure jumping beforehand you would think that that's going to be a high shot, but delaying his color cannon so it rides the ground, it's just such a deceptive shot in general.
Over to Insecure. I must say the blue team is doing a much better job at passing the ball up the field than the red team is in this set.
I agree.
Passing back to Lamp, giving them some time. 1-1, even game.
Oh, Jesse is just on top of Oppo here.
And he has to be, right?
Oh, interesting. Oh.
Not
if
quite
If
hitting.
he jumped there and gone for a high shot, I feel like that would have been it. I don't think Lampo would have been prepared for something like that.
He came out a little bit too far, instead opting for the low shot, and Lamp was ready on the stop with it. Interesting. Jesse leaving High Star to Apo to fight in the corner there. I don't know that I necessarily agree with that situation.
Oh.
Tricky coming out. High Star blowing ult, sending it back out.
Very nice. That was honestly, I don't even know if he needed the ult, given how far out he ran there from the Tricky.
Well, he did get stunned, so, I mean, seeing Insecure blow ult here, looks like they're trying for it. Lamp gonna slam, Apo gonna ult. Killing the ult.
Does not refund the cooldown.
That's something we didn't see a whole lot of during regionals, and I think we've seen in almost every game today. Jesse snaking around Lamppost and getting it in the right side.
You never know when the shot's gonna come, but you gotta be ready.
Jesse, famously the W key at the goal master, making it work here in regionals, or in global. Stitch getting the double tap past the left side of Lampposted.
With the cheeky little curve at the end, sneaking on the side. Nasty. Good pass.
We said it earlier. I think we're seeing it right now. Spice taking a minute to gear up, but once they get there, they're there. 100T coming out of Insecure, stopping the situation. Stitch starting the Tricky, not quite.
Ooh. I really like his choice to delay there to bait out Lamp's ult. Because the moment the ult doesn't happen, it really throws off your momentum as a goalie.
Well, and then he ended up getting the 100T for that as well. So big trade on the side of Spice Gaming. Nice try. Insecure gonna tap it away from Stitch with the color cannon.
Oh, missing the double tap.
Nice try on the ping situation. Not gonna work out.
The double tap there. Unfortunately, just goes right back to Oppo. Ooh, I like that.
I said it before, I'll say it again, but blue team is doing an incredible job of passing the ball up the field here, but Jesse and Stitch rather doing an incredible job at intercepting. High Star gonna send back out, Insecure gonna get on the pickup here.
I mean, given how game 1 went, it feels like it should be later in this match, given the score.
It sure does.
To see 3 minutes left, I mean, it's still anyone's game.
Both items going the way of Tokyo Manji there. Apple picking up one, Lamp getting the other.
We're decision there to go for an angle instead of just a straight shot.
We're seeing this low ping environment extremely strong here, helping High Star out immensely. 100T coming out of Jesse, I believe there, trying to sneak it in, not quite getting it.
Oh my!
Needs to tap it away from Appo. He gets the refund, however. Insecure gonna take the shot, not making it.
That was almost really gross. It looked like the ultimate of Pi, the animation alone, was going to push it into the goal.
Not quite getting it, though. Jesse trying with the bubble. I respect the shot. I respect it. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. They tried, and I appreciate that.
Oh, he did
He blowing the ink as well. No. It's all right. Appo getting the situation here. High Star with the hands. Appo blowing ult. Managing to tap it away. Insecure actually refunding Appo's ult there, so there was no chance to cancel it.
Oh.
Trying. Not going to get it. 100T coming out of Lamp posted.
I agree. That would have been a goal if not. I mean, if that just snuck even a little bit too far past Lamp, that would have been in completely.
Lamp coming way out for that, too. Interesting to see him come that far out. I guess he thought he was safe. Jesse knocking it out of the front of the goal.
Oh, big bubble.
Blowing the bubble on Insecure. They're 2-on-1. Appo.
I like that.
Insecure's going to give him the refund. Trying with the double tap. Lamp ready. Let's see what happens.
That's a lot of jumps.
Stitch faking him out. Didn't quite have the shot charged and ready, though, to punish.
Big hits out of Jesse. Big hits.
Jesse doing a really good job of stopping Appo here. Beautiful ink.
Hitbox is just so good.
Lamp has ult here. We're going to see it. Yes, we are. Nice try on the redirect. Not quite getting it. Could have been a ping thing.
They gotta make it happen. 1 minute, items out. Stitch grabbing one.
Insecure has ult here. Both of them have ult. See if they can make something happen. Red team yellowed, however.
Ooh.
Jesse's ult.
There it is.
Trying to mad ball it. Not quite getting it.
They are blowing
Insecure
everything
not
they
there.
got.
Oh no, High Star not ready for the stop.
Sneaks in a little. They never expected to actually shoot. You're usually expecting someone to hit the ball.
They've only got to stall out 35 seconds though. Let's see. You know, previous experience, I know they can do it, but let's see what happens. Trying. They got.
Ooh.
Oh, there's the
Oh.
tricky from
They did
Stitch in the
everything to
bubble.
just
Yeah.
unlock.
Well, I don't know that they're gonna get another ult opportunity. They've got to make a 2-point happen or get 2 quick 1-pointers, but they've got 20 seconds. I don't see it happening.
Ooh, that's unfortunate. You hate to see that miss.
Yeah, they just got to stall here. Yeah, getting the head
Yep,
jumps,
head
just
jumps.
hanging out here in the corner. 10 seconds left.
Pass to
Clearing up the
Jesse.
field to Jesse.
Big ink. Oh.
Oh, nice
Okay,
try
I
from
still
Lamp.
healed anyways. I mean, they both blow ults.
That's going to be
That'll
it for
secure it.
Game 2 going the way of Spice Gaming LLC.
I'm happy to see this push into Game 3.
Mm-hmm. Well, there is no Game 3. Remember, we're only doing 2 games.
Oh, it's
Yeah, so I mean, so the way that this works is per win. Depending on how the 2 games ended up, the teams receive points, and that will determine their seeding for the bracket portion of the tournament that we are going into. After we cut to a break here now in a second, but I mean, just talking about that game, like, you know, Spice made the changes that they needed to, and as we've said, you know, in true Spice fashion, it takes them a second to get everything ready for yeah. You know, takes them a second to gear up. But once they get there, they get there.
The long sets, though, unmatched.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no. So, well, and, you know, going into that, here, once we get into the bracket side of things, we're going to see best of 3s and a best of 5 out of finals. Single elimination bracket coming up. Right as soon as we cut back from our break here now in a minute, we'll have the bracket posted, and we'll be able to look at that and, you know, talk about it and make our predictions based on what we see. Obviously, this is the first time we've seen the China players play against, any of the other regions.
Homie.
So
This is the first time we see the dev team. That's I'm waiting for the dev team match.
I'm interested to see how the dev team fared against our three teams
I'm
here.
interested to see how they withstand, how they endure.
All right, well, everybody, you give us a minute. We're gonna cut to a break here with a highlight video from our very own Zitrone while we get the bracket set up, and we'll be right back with you in a minute. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to need a little bit more time here. There was a little bit of trouble in one of the off-stream games, and it started late, so we're just going to need a couple minutes here. We're going to sit here and chat for a little bit.
Oh, we got some fun stuff to talk about. We just got word back on some of these off-stream matches. And I'm delighted to say that the team that we kind of, everyone jokes around a little bit about the dev team. They are putting out numbers. They're actually doing pretty well for themselves right now, from what we're told. 1-1 with Team Spice, and they took game 1 on CNN1.
All things considering, I don't
never saw that coming.
Yeah, I don't think any of us saw that coming. But the dev team putting up numbers right now.
I'm a little worried. What's this bracket gonna look like? Is the dev team gonna put up a dub?
Well, at the very least, it looks like we have results in from that match. Tokyo Manji Gang winning. Tokyo Manji Gang winning 2, tying 1. The dev team losing 1, tying 1, winning another. CNN 1 winning 1, losing 2, and Spice losing 1, tying 2 games. So that is going to be our seeding order. Tokyo Manji Gang versus Spice Gaming first, and then the dev team versus CNN1 second. So give us a second to...
I would, before we cut, I would like to offer a very formal apology to the dev team. Good work, boys. Y'all did this. Incredible, man. Foot in mouth. I talked all kinds of nonsense, but wow.
I think we all talked our fair share of nonsense against the dev team.
In the interview, commending them on their bravery for even entering. Oh man, they're actually putting up numbers.
The dev team is seeding second out of all the teams here, which I can tell you is not what I expected at all. Moving into looking at our bracket here, this is what we're looking at currently. The first game that we're going to get into is Tokyo Manji Gang versus Spice Gaming, which will be held again on the NA side of things. Obviously,
anyone was expecting that to be the semifinal.
I sure didn't. If you had me put money on it, I did not see these two being our first bracket match. I'll tell you straight up.
Yep. It'll be interesting.
It'll be quite interesting indeed.
I gotta call out to all 3 of the regional teams, to EU, to NA, to China, the Asian team. Please don't let the dev team win this. That's the most cursed timeline. Please don't let them win this. Come on now.
Oh my.
How are we gonna complain about Murphy if the dev team wins?
Yeah.
How are we gonna...
We're not. Well, and I actually, thinking about it now, I believe Stitch's plan was to pull the Murphy out against the dev team to show them.
Oh, that's toxic.
Not looking like.
Coming. I'm looking forward to this.
Well, let's see what happens, right? We could see anything come out of this realistically. Obviously, seeing Spice take the second game in their set against Tokyo Manji. In the round robin portion, we could potentially see them take the best of 3.
And I think that right now is a great opportunity to have a look at the players on each of our teams. I think wife, you got a little something.
I have a little bit of a presentation. Give us 1 second. We'll be right back. Here is our NA team and players and some of their stats. Gotta love them. The boys in blue. Spice Gaming LLC.
Good stat. Hey, number 1 beta ranking. Big Jesse.
Big Jesse Harlow. And then I believe we also have one for Tokyo Manji Gang. I mean, look at those win rates.
The win rates kind of speak for themselves.
Quite telling.
It's very clear that they are duo queuing bastards.
The 3rd, 4th, and 5th placements. Quite the team we have here. Mugshots, I agree.
Little insecure stimmy. What can you say?
And I believe we are just waiting on Tokyo Manji Gang here to get into this game, and then we'll be good to start. I've talked to Spice about this. You know.
Oh, I'm sure you have.
Obviously, they just plan to play their game and do it as they did in that last game. This set just ending. Depending on if Spice transitions from this break well, could be bad for Tokyo Manji Gang here.
Do we see Stitch play Lang? Does he bust out the Murphy?
Oh no, he's playing Lang. I think if we see them lose game 1, he may swap just because he has room to play around a little bit. But I think if they go in, win the first game as Lang, I don't think we'll see the Murphy at all.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, if they do well on this match, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right?
Yep. I believe that is definitely Spice's motto going into things here. I don't think we'll see Jesse on anything but the aerial. I wonder what that Kid Flash was all about there. That was a name I didn't recognize from Tokyo Manji Gang.
Yeah, wonder
who that was. Let's see if the inks and the bubbles can land this game. Lamp ready for them all last game, so we'll see if they can make the adjustment to make them a little bit more scary.
Well, I mean, imagine if they hit. If they hit, it would have been crazy, right? Sometimes he's just whipping them out, and I'm like, all right, I see what you were going for.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just gotta let prayer take over. If it works, it was a read, right?
Yeah. No.
If it works, you read them like a book.
And then if it doesn't work, it was an accident. Yo, my bad.
Yep.
Is what it is.
Well, no, it was conditioning.
Yeah.
It was conditioning. It means.
Well, looking like
I'm ready up with pretty much what you would expect.
Yeah, this is exactly what I expected out of these two teams. So, getting into it here. Game 1 in the best of 3. This is the single elimination bracket. So whoever loses here is out of the global tournament.
Yeah. Crazy to think that these two teams are not in the grand final for the elimination, but semifinal.
Well, let's see what happens here. Jesse up to Stitch.
We already got good positioning.
Nice try. Not quite finding the mark.
Insecure. Fiending for some charges right now, probably.
He's got one at least. Back out. I believe High Star is going to get the pick up here. Appa blowing EP. Not able to get it. Up to Stitch. Color Cannon coming out of Insecure to knock it out of his hands.
Ooh. Was that a tackle? That looked like a tackle animation.
I'm not quite sure what that was. Appo not quite on the mark for that pass. Back up. Insecure with Color Cannon here. Wonder what he's going to do.
That was not a tackle. It was just a weird left click that looked unusual to me.
Back over. And Lamp going to get the pickup here. Item pad spawning.
Energy up. Insecure already on ult. Oh, we see a play here.
Not quite. Jesse intercepting that pass beautifully.
Ooh, just double taps it out. Okay.
Stitch getting the intercept on that.
Ooh,
not quite. Stitch gonna dance around Lamp here.
Oh,
nice.
Dive.
Lamp on the slam, managing to get it back out. Scary
What
situation.
A scramble that was.
Color Cannon almost putting it inside the post. Lamp with ult here, not gonna get it. Passing up to Appo.
I really like Stitch's decision there to cancel into the dive. I think that threw everyone through a loop. Everyone just started hitting every panic button they had.
That's part of the mix-up, right? It's extremely scary. Lang played well, which we don't see a whole lot of anymore, really. Maybe one player from each region, but not seeing a whole lot of Lang. I mean, if you look at our character diversity here too in this match, it's pretty brutal. Lamp almost getting the mad ball there, not quite getting a High Star, managing to clear it back out.
Oh, good hit from Jesse. Jesse is really good at sneaking in those in-between interception hits.
Oh, Insecure was ready there. Stitch not able to snake it around.
Oh, very nice block.
Jesse's been having such a impact on the game with his interceptions and stopping the offense from the red team.
Playing it
See
slow.
what happens here.
Take your time. Pass right to Stitch.
Right to Stitch. Yep.
Good work, Lamp. Maybe
Lamp.
another Stitch pass. He's open.
He's got the time. He can take all the time he needs. Back up. Stitch not able to get the intercept.
Interesting.
Trying to
interesting.
force it, not making it. Jesse gonna get it up to Stitch. Not quite. Insecure on the intercept. Jesse knocking it back up to Stitch.
Rocket.
Back around to High Star, sending it up. Insecure there, not quite.
Items going to Stitch and Insecure, one each side.
High Star, good stop there on the shot from Apo. Jesse blowing Rocket, Insecure blowing ult. High Star ulting, I'm not quite sure that was the ultimate. Stitch going for it, blowing 2 ultimates, getting the refund on the Pi ult.
Really good reaction speed from Jesse hitting that ball. Oh, Big Ink.
100T coming out from both of them. Big miscomm.
Oh.
Stitch getting it over lamp posted. Stitch trickying, missing lamp, but still managing to get it over with the head jump off of Insecure.
Well, part of what set that up for him so well was Lamp slamming the ground, knocking the ball up just before the tricky actually came out. Gave Stitch such a huge advantage.
Pink color cannon not getting the disruption there because Stitch is in yellow buff right now. Stitch shooting it in below. Beautiful combo play from Jesse and Stitch with the bubble.
You hate to see 2 plays like that right back to back. I mean, you don't want to get blitzed. They got a lot of mileage to cover now. 2 points. I mean, you can set it up in a big 2-pointer play, but like I said, those are choreographed. They're kind of obvious. They can happen, don't get me wrong, but everyone's itemed up.
Jesse and Stitch in a 2. Gonna give it to Stitch. Apo gonna blow all. Insecure gonna give him the refund. Tapping it away out to the front of the net.
Okay.
Insecure clearing out to Apo. Jesse on the intercept. Jesse, I mean,
Jumping around.
immaculate job this game, intercepting and just being a nuisance for the red team.
Something, flightless bird.
Flightless bird versus the Lang, picking it up almost catastrophic, but Lamp getting the slam last second. 100T coming out of Jesse. Was that a greedy 100T? Are we calling that greed?
No. I think it was alright. What was interesting to me is how much time Stitch spent up there on the offense. But Jesse just kind of hanging back, waiting for... Wow. Did that hit all 3?
I believe it did. And unfortunately, as the yellow was traveling...
That didn't even look like it was touching High Star. It still hit.
Yeah.
Stitch's body blocking the 5 shot. Not even the kick.
Well, this is a lot more manageable. 40 seconds for 1 point. Color Cannon going to send it over to Lamp. Lamp has ult here. See if they can make 2. Not gonna go for it.
Nope. Insecure having ult, but like I said, it's so choreographed. Wow.
Apo, that was China Tech shooting it in right over High Star's head.
That's tying it up they needed, but it was very clear that they can set up that 2-pointer, but Spice is going to be ready and waiting for it. I mean, Jesse sitting on ult, the moment he sees pink ult, he's going to start
missing his own ult.
He's going to whip it from half screen. That's what he's going to do.
He's sending it out, going back the way of Lamp posted. Lamp has ult here. See if he goes for it. Not quite.
Nope.
I'm going to be interested to see if we see a redirect play here. Oh, High Star getting the clear. 1-on-1, Stitch versus Lamp.
Huge. What do we do here? The 1v1?
100T.
I agree. Do we see Stitch just maybe ult? Just kind of letting it rock?
Oh, almost getting it over the Lamp posted ult.
That was super clutch. Oh, I like the pass. I like
Tap.
Pass.
Not quite. Not going to get it. Apo Jesse getting back up to Stitch. Gotta wonder what Jesse's bullets are looking like.
Oh my god, he just dives right
Stitch
in.
diving it in, getting it in. Game 1 going the way of Spice Gaming.
Wow. That dive was insane. I mean, that's one thing we noticed pretty quickly in playing this beta phase. The changes to Lang's dive kick, he keeps the magnet through that kick pretty much the whole way through. So it's really strong at just cutting it right into the goal, even with your goalie standing right there.
Well, I mean, yeah, we're talking about this game. Credit to the Tokyo Manji gang. This game is on NA ping, so for them to be able to make that comeback there, and then come back and almost turn it around in their favor, shows just how incredible these players are.
Yep.
Insecure the flightless bird. Is this
man's
hover?
got wings now. What do you mean flightless bird? This man equipped a pair of wings. No way. Is he
I don't know. I
strong
don't know
or
if
is he really
wings.
good at
I don't
it?
know if wings is what he equipped. I think this man equipped a jetpack. We're not talking about wings here with Murphy. However, Insecure not known for his
he's really
Murphy
doing it.
flying. Insecure more along the lines of playing defensive mid with Murphy's honks. So we'll see what happens getting into game 2.
The honk play is going to be a bit ridiculous.
By 1 minute, he should have all 4 of his honks and ready to stop 4 potential offensive plays. Nice stop from High Star. Gotta see what's gonna happen here. So, I guess the downside to picking this Murphy is that now it's all on Apo to make these shots count. Stitch getting the kill on Apo there somehow. Stitch on the pickup.
Somehow.
Not quite. Back out to Apo.
Oh,
Apo and EP. 100T coming in at Jesse.
Do you think it's worth it to the nine? Oh, wow. Huge.
Beautiful double tap right in front of Insecure's face before he can get the honk off.
Do you think the 100T to deny the EP blitz is worth it?
So I think the situation you want to avoid Apo getting that situation at all. So you kind of have to blow it because if Apo's in a 1 with EP, that's top 3 scariest situations you could be in the game. So I definitely think that it's not a bad idea. And then you just try to not let him get those situations as often as possible and blow things when you have to stop it when it does happen.
Oh wow, off the body.
Oh,
that was
not quite.
Close.
Not quite
If
getting
those
it.
hands came out at just a little bit different of an angle, that could have been a save.
Stitch running it back here against Apo. Apo getting in front of the net. High Star not clearing, getting it out.
What a miracle situation that was for High Star, though, to have it bounce off his body.
Mm-hmm.
Almost enough to turn that around. Oppo missing the magnet. I like they chose to just pass back.
Back over. Didn't quite hit the mark with the ink.
What do you mean? It goes right to where he marked. He just,
Uppercut. Not getting the uppercut. Apo putting in the right corner.
It's unfortunate.
He might not have had the meter there to uppercut.
Going for the dive right in front of his face?
Looks like he's trying. Maybe he's trying to bait out the honks so they have an easier shot at getting into the rocket coming out of Insecure and ult coming out of Lamp. Stitch on the pickup here.
Interesting rocket there.
Yeah. It might have been a little bit of panic for Lamp from Insecure. As that goes.
Okay, Jesse opting to hold there.
He's going to fly. Flightless bird no more. He's
Oh
going to keep
my
flying.
no. Okay.
Back out. He's
man.
flying. He's flying.
Watching Murphy is
Insecure on his
I don't
way
know
to
what to
getting
say.
his honks back now.
Well, the worst part is that he's still got honks stocked up.
Yep.
The moment they get on the offensive, I mean, Murphy's just going to be there ready and waiting. Wow, Oppo actually keeps the magnet there after getting swatted by Stitch.
He still had his dash. He dashed back into the ball.
Yeah.
Oh, going over to High Star. See what they can do here. This is a pretty tough situation. Giving Apple the refund.
All right.
Nice job. Hang out.
Just passing back.
Back down.
Oh,
no! That's a little bit of an unfortunate bounce. A little bit of good positioning from Stitch, managing to get it past Lamp there and blowing Lamp's rocket. Items coming up though. Apple getting one, Insecure getting the other.
And not just that, but the miracle angle, if that was even a little more to the left, it would have bounced off. The curve hit just at the top of the corner.
Mm-hmm. Stitch not quite hitting it. Getting the double tap,
over his
however.
head.
Getting it past
Very
Insecure
quickly,
and Lamp.
they have flipped the momentum and taken the lead.
This is best of 3, so if Spice win this, that is Tokyo Manji getting knocked out.
Passing up high.
Jesse clearing back out.
That's another
Stitch and
thing.
Lamp in the
Allie is
corner.
So good at clearing, but the clear is always just... Oh!
Nice slam from
that's
Lamp there.
unfortunate.
Yeah. Jesse intercepting with his ult here.
Stitch was a little quicker on the draw. I feel like he could have sank that in before Slam hit him.
Mm-hmm. Double tapping it away from Apo. Clearing back out. Apo's EP running out there.
But yeah, Hallie really good at clearing, but unfortunately clears all the way to the other goalie. So it forces them to move back a bit, but it also only kind of delays the problem you already had.
Lamp has ult here. Let's see if they opt to do anything with it. Not quite. Killing Appo in the process.
Just a little team kill.
Appo in a 1 with EP. High start. Getting the rocket.
Okay. Wow.
Sending
I
back
feel
out.
like when we finally see one of those bullets hit, we're going to be like, wow.
You know, as it goes, when it hits, it hits. Ooh, almost bouncing off Appo's face into the goal. Not quite hitting it, though.
We nearly see a textbook Lamp play with that ultimate.
Lamp choked it. Appo burning ult here. Stitch not giving him the refund.
Wow. The timing that kick hit, I really thought that was going to refund. It felt like it hit before the actual ball launch.
I did not think it was going to end how it ended. I thought he was either going to get the refund or the ball was going to get sent down to high star. Stitch blowing his ult here. Maybe defensively, maybe... Yep.
Jesse. Oh, huge.
Jesse stealing it away from Lamp outside of the goal. Does not have goalie protection, so getting knocked away from the ball, giving Jesse the time to send it in.
Wow. This is going to be a hard one to come back from, especially with 2 points down. You don't have Pink to try to set up the long 2-pointer. Stitch just stalling for time.
Just hanging out. Insecure on the honk.
Big honk.
Appo missing.
Misses. You don't want that. Clear
I start gonna. Yep.
Very nice.
Over
I like
to
that
Lamp.
rocket choice.
Lamp trying to make something happen. Jesse on the stop.
Perfect defense from Jesse.
As is tradition, Jesse playing main tank. Insecure already throwing in the towel.
He's already calling it.
Unfortunate. You hate to see it.
I mean, they blew all their resources trying to make a play. Each one swatted away. That's going to be it.
Oh, man, you got to think, what would this look like on even ping?
I'm in position.
I'm in position. Good game. Oh, unfortunate there.
That was game 2, right? 2-0.
That was game 2, yep. 2-0 to Spice. Spice moving on to the grand finals.
See them on EU server. See that?
Yeah. Well, and that's something we got to talk about, right? Is
yeah.
The ping diff here.
Someone had to get the short stick.
Unfortunately, we were not able to have both servers open to play games on, only having the NA available. So all of these games had to be played on NA, unfortunately.
I mean, to Tokyo Manji's credit, though, I mean, they still played really well.
Mm-hmm.
Even given the circumstances that they were in, they still played it really well.
They played immaculately for the situation they were given. Obviously, it's a heartbreaker to see them go home like this. Obviously, one of, if not the most favored to win the entire thing. Unfortunately, it is what it is.
North America's our only hope now.
North America is our only hope against the Chinese invaders.
You better not be taking a nap right now. You better be crushing energy drinks and be wide awake.
Let's go take a look at our bracket. Obviously, Spice Gaming moving on to the grand finals on the top side. Here now in a minute, we're going to have the dev team versus CNN1.
And the worst part is, I don't know how that's going to go. At this point, I couldn't tell you.
We haven't seen the dev team on stream at all today, so this could go any which way, right?
From what we've heard behind the scenes, I severely underestimated the dev team. I'm looking forward to seeing this match, actually. I really am.
Yeah, it's going to be a good one.
I mean, I imagine they've played against each other before.
Mm-hmm.
The dev team, I'm sure they play some matches during the beta test on Chinese servers.
I'm sure.
So I'm sure they kind of know each other, how each other plays, things like that. So I'm interested to see how that goes.
Yeah.
But how will they match up to the NA? Because all they know from us is VOD matches, right?
Yeah, I'm interested to see.
They still haven't experienced Stitch's final form. So.
I'm interested to see who the dev team players are.
That is true.
Obviously,
going into this, to see my homie Chris.
Going into this game, for the China team, we're going to see the first team that we saw today in Mau Mau Metas and DK. Versus, I mean, it's rumored that the handsome leader themselves are one of the developers. The handsome leader, the director of SBT, the handsome leader, the director of SBT themselves is on the dev team. So, give it a give it a minute, and we'll have this game for you. We're just waiting on the dev team to get into the lobby. Their names are. Is this real? Their names are the art. We have dev underscore artist.
Come on, you guys didn't have a cheeky little name.
Dev programmer.
We have dev programmer, dev artist.
It better be dev. It's
designer.
dev design. It's not dev director. Shame.
Dev designer using the broken keyboard icon. I like it. Very nice.
We have the dev team versus CNN1 up next.
This is going to be a fun one. Before we get into this one, we're going to show off the cards for each of these teams. Have a look at some of the stats here.
Here we go with the dev cards. Obviously, we just have names here. We don't have
A lot
stats
of question
from them.
marks too. Man.
There are quite a few question marks at how this match is going to.
I had question marks this whole time leading up, and it turns out they might be monsters.
They very well might be monsters. Gonna move over here to the Asia cards. Obviously, we have this team on stream right now: Metas, Mau Mau, and DK. Look at those win rates.
I gotta say, given the win rates, I was surprised to see their beta rankings.
Mm-hmm.
Who the hell's out there on those leaderboards that were taking the spots above? That's what I want to know.
They had
if
some.
you're pulling up 70% win rates and you're only pulling 23rd on the boards, who's over there at like 2 and 3?
Well, I'll tell you what. They had players at 300, I believe, in silver on the China server. So, whereas I believe our silver stopped at page 9.
Mm.
So they had quite a few more players grinding ranked than we did.
Wow.
Yeah.
Pretty surprising.
Yeah, quite.
I saw the same 7 players every time. There's always banana pants, and then I log off. You know.
Well, this, important to note, this match coming up is going to be on the China server, so both of them playing on home ping.
Oh yeah. This one, no option selects here. This one's fully competitive. You gotta hold that.
Moving into look at our picks that we have here. CNN1 going with exactly what I expected out of them. DK not choosing his signature gridiron. I wonder what that's about.
Interesting. I like the Pi and R47 picks because those characters are broken, so of course the devs play. Especially Pi. Look at that programmer playing Pi. I wonder why Pi's so strong.
I wonder. Maybe he is the one that handles all of the Pi changes.
He can do so much, and he's not that complicated of a character, but it's a difficult thing to balance because there's really not a whole lot to it.
Well, right, his floor is so low, but his ceiling is also equally as high as, probably about as high as it gets. So just waiting to see what this last pick is going to be here from, okay.
Man, is it weird that I was praying to see K1D? Is you a complete troll pick?
No, I just because nobody's made it work yet, Skin, doesn't mean that it can't be ever seen.
I would have loved to see it. I would have lost my mind if the dev team pulled up a 2 straight dub on one of these teams with K1D. Man, I would have lost my mind.
Let's see what happens here. They're clear to start whenever they're ready. Who do you have here?
I don't know. I really don't. We haven't seen the dev team yet, and off stream they pulled numbers. I have no clue.
Well, High Star said that he thinks that the dev team are going to win, so...
He did. But he also said that he thought they were brave for even trying.
Mm-hmm.
And look what happened. Look what happened. He put up numbers.
He sure did.
I'm looking forward to this one, though. This is cool. And it's good to see a chance to see the dev team play, too.
Yeah.
Just because, they're the ones who, built the game. No pressure.
I've played a few games against Chris on ping, and, I feel like it doesn't really give us an opportunity to see how they actually play
Chris makes
in their LAN environment, or rather in their, home ping. So this is the first chance we'll get to cast, obviously the dev team, but an all China game. So let's see how it goes.
I'm liking this. Can't wait.
Ooh, almost making it past DK. Meta's going up.
I wish the dev to use names. I'd like to call out names and not just dev artists.
No, Mau Mau putting the work on.
Okay, all right.
Let's see what the programmer is gonna do here.
Man, the effects on that Pi skin look so slick. Shout out to Dev Artist on that one.
Meta's blowing 100T here, collecting charges, fully charged up.
Farming those charges up.
Artist gonna send it up the way of Programmer. See what happens in a 1. Trying to get around DK, not getting it.
Alright. Ooh,
100T.
Nice, denying the Tricky as well. Very nice.
Tricky coming out of Mau Mau, missing the mark.
Alright. Little European Tricky. Not bad. They've been watching the VODs.
They did say that they have been doing research and preparing for, so they might have.
You learned a Tricky like that, if not watching by example.
Meta is going to color cannon here. No, he's not going to color cannon. DK still getting it out. Mau Mau up to Metas.
Alright, here we go. What a unit. R47 midfield is just such a wall to get past.
100T coming out of Artist,
so
I believe.
Alright.
Meta's knocking it away from Programmer. Programmer going to take the shot. DK on the stop.
I like the slide. Oh, that was almost dangerous.
Yeah, if he had gotten and knocked him the other direction, it would have been a much better decision. Artist going for the ult. DK with counter ult. Sending it back the way of Designer. Programmer taking it up the field. No, Meta's, rather Mau Mau saying no to that. China Tech coming out.
Very nice block out of the Artist.
Designer taking a shield there, which we don't see.
Right.
Yep. DK on the stop.
A little high on that shot. A little high.
Sending it up. Designer passing back out. Artist getting it.
Oh, that was such a clean slam. Like the timing of it was so fluid.
No points on the board here. 2.5 minutes into the game.
Ooh, nice punch.
I must say the R47 mid here is doing exactly what it needs to do.
Interesting.
Mau Mau going for the pad before going for the shot. Bouncing off Designer's head. Picked up by Metas.
Oh, big tackle.
Up to Mau Mau, off the mark. Manages to get it on the rebound.
Ooh, there we go. Right. Big pass around.
3 minutes coming up. Items are going to spawn. I don't think we've seen a whole lot of items used, however, so see what happens here.
We've seen 100T or 2.
Mau Mau picking up one, DK getting the other.
Another big ult, yeah.
Counter ult from Mau Mau. Getting the refund.
Gets the refund, too. You can already see this Dev Artist is playing midfield R47, just letting the ults rip. I feel like that's such a big advantage to having this. Ooh! If he was a bit faster of a character, I feel like that would have been it.
Mau Mau up to Metas.
The position in time.
Well, I mean, it's very clear that they have played this before. This is not their first time playing R47 mid. Almost on the intercept. Not quite getting it. 2-on-1 here against Designer. Metas with the color cannon. Ult coming out of the Designer.
Double knock.
Now am I going to take the shot? Not quite.
We capitalize on it. Oh, very nice.
2 minutes left in this game. Still no points on the board for either team.
I mean, I think this just goes to show really good defense from the dev team. I don't feel like they've been on offense too much, but they've been really good at just defending what's been thrown at them. I mean, especially right in here. I mean, 2 walls to try to get past, and CNN1 is having a hard time getting through.
Sending up the boards, going the way of DK. Minute 30 left in this game. Still nothing.
I mean, this is one of the big reasons that China loves the R47 midfield pick. It just there's so much you have to get through to try to get a single goal. Not giving the refund, really nice.
Either of them, rather neither of them, getting the refund on that ult exchange. Well, I think I speak for everybody in the Western community when I say we owe the devs an apology putting the work on the China team right now.
Oh, yeah.
At least keeping up with them at the very least.
They're playing incredibly well. We thought that the dev matches were going to be pretty one-sided, but they're doing really well here, I think. I mean, we're this
over to
game
Metas.
is looking like it's going to come down to a single point. This is looking like a single point match. Tricky, big ult, knock.
Double kill.
There it is.
Metas getting one over with his ultimate.
Perfect positioning on that pink ult too to knock both of them. without having to jostle the ult in any way too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, 100T. Uh-oh. Just brute forcing it in.
Oh, nice
Oh,
try.
no, he touches the ult.
Got stunned by the bots. Oh my goodness! Dev Artist getting the 2-pointer last second. 22 seconds left on the match. Blue team's got to put one more point.
He even did the fadeaway. He deliberately walked outside the 2-pointer like, all right, check this out. Whips around and
See
just
if they can
knocks
do it.
in.
Oh, unfortunate
Did the dev
bounce.
team grab game 1? What a
Going up
clutch ultimate.
the way of Mau Mau.
Wow.
Going to metas. Can he make it happen? No. Programmer
Nope.
on the intercept.
Programmer on defense.
That's going to be it for game 1. Going the way of the dev team.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Not like this.
I
Please-
mean,
please don't let him win it.
I speak for everybody when I say this is not what I expected to see. This DK getting MVP in that game, putting up 9 saves.
Not like this. This is the cursed time one. What is this?
That was quite the turnaround there from Artist, managing to get outside the 2-point line with that ultimate, turning that game around in an instant.
Oh yeah. I mean, Artist just an absolute wall. Playing the midfield R47 perfectly in my opinion. I mean,
Let's
just the clutch 2-pointer and the awareness to walk back to make sure it was a 2-pointer. That was huge. That was so big.
I'm interested to see if we're going to see any roster swaps out of the CNN one here. I don't think we will. Seems
they're
to me
going
that
right
this
back.
is their A team.
Of course. They're going right back in. Programmer didn't design these characters just to not play this game. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, we. Let's see what happens here. I don't think we're gonna see any character swaps at all. Just need to clean it up a little bit.
You think they astonish themselves? Like they're taking the time to talk. Like, are we really doing?
Are we doing this?
Is this happening? All right, team huddle, guys. Team huddle.
Getting into the next game here, we're gonna see the exact same teams, the exact same players. So let's see what happens.
Of course.
This is a best of 3. A little bit of rollback there, sending it the way of
Much on the
DK.
rollback.
Artist contesting. DK gonna get it out here, hopefully.
Clear it.
Programmer on the intercept.
Oh, big pass back.
Mau Mau getting it. He should be able to get it out to metas here. Not sure who this is contesting Mau Mau. Programmer contesting Mau Mau. Getting it out. Pie battles. Tackle from Programmer. EP coming out of Programmer. Tackle coming back out of Mau Mau. Trying the China Tech there is what we saw. By dropping Magnet, Programmer managed to pick up the Magnet and didn't quite get the hit.
I gotta say, trading tackle for EP is 100% value for me.
Yeah, I'm taking that trade 9 times out of 10. Nice try. 100T coming out of Artist.
Oh no!
Tricky bomb coming out of Mau Mau, managing to slide it in past Programmer and Designer.
He was using every left click his meter would allot him, mashing on that ball.
100T coming out of Designer. Mau Mau. Not quite getting it. If Mau Mau was ready on that head jump there, he likely would have scored there. Not quite. Not quite the head jumper that we've seen from NA and EU Pi players.
Alright, clear it. Very nice. Good pass. Wide open. I don't know about this. Yeah,
Artist on the intercept. Yeah, they got to take a little bit more time. Meta's instant. As soon as he gets the ball, he's charging this punch.
A little sneaky low.
Oh my goodness! Dirtiest angle off the inside wall on the right side of the goal.
Just that low tap right underneath his ankles. Just I'll take that, please.
Oh, DK on the stop with his counter ulting.
Of course.
Not quite having the lineup correctly to send it at their goal. However, beautiful ult. Meta's tapping it out of his hands. Taking the China shot. Getting it 2-pointer for Mau Mau.
He's not quite ready. Staring at the clouds. Big rocket.
Rocket coming out of Metas.
Oh,
nice try.
really good.
Is Mau Mau going to get the pickup here? Gets the head jump. Ult coming out of Designer.
Hitting the color. Oh, the ball was stuck to his feet, so he couldn't quite hit it in and then color cannon.
Just going to wait the ult out here. I mean, they have all the time in the world. They're up 4 points. They don't need to make anything happen. Going for the China shot again. Not getting it.
Ooh, interesting. That kind of looked like he was going to set up an ult play.
Tackle coming out of Mau.
Oh, with uppercut.
100 T coming out of DK, I believe there. Sending up 2-on-1.
Oh,
Programmer coming
around.
way out.
Yep.
You
can't
don't.
do that. You
Yeah.
can't push that hard.
Little much.
Little aggro.
Maybe if they had been, you know, sooner on the hands, something might have happened, but that was a little much. Programmer in a 1 here. See what happens.
Ooh,
DK
okay.
ready on the stop. Alt coming out of Programmer. Getting Mau giving him the refund.
Yep. Tackle again. Oh, a little down low.
Unfortunate.
Oh, those hurt to see.
3 minutes on the boards. Items spawning on kickoff here. See who picks him up. Metas gets 1. DK gets the other. Mau trying to sneak it in. Not able to get it. Ult coming out of Mau.
Oh, big ult.
Do they have it?
Hard to deal with.
They don't have it. That's an unfortunate angle. Extremely hard to stop that angle.
You just gotta hold that. Well, unless you got ults to blow, you just gotta hold that. That was an ult or item situation, just because who knows what angle that thing's coming in at.
See 100 T from Metas. Artist trying with the ult, not gonna make it.
Oh, good pass.
Programmer in a
good
1.
pass. Tries to get a little cheeky with it. Little dash.
DK
Oh,
sending
wow.
it back up twice now. Ult coming out of Metas. Getting the 1.
Good.
Designer,
Good
yeah.
hit. Grab that ball. Oh, uh-oh.
Ult coming out of Program. Can we see DK's ult here? Yes, we do.
Yeah, that's definitely an ult reaction. For a moment, it looked like he was just going to tap it over the head and then keep on dashing, but maybe he was out of energy.
Artist has ult here. We can see an ult come out of them at any point in time. 2 minutes left in the game.
Oh, I like that pass. That pass was so clean.
Trying
Yeah.
for an angle that wasn't quite there, I think. A little bit too steep.
Ooh, big
That's
slam. Just to
stunning,
keep
that
stun
is.
locking.
I mean, you know, if I'm blue team, I'm taking this all day. We can just hang
Yep.
out. Taking a page
Yep.
out of my playbook. Just hang out.
It's rough to see, but this is
DK almost fumbling there, not quite. See
I
what
think he was
programmer
being a
can
bit
make
greedy
happen.
there. I think that was a little cocky.
Passing up to Metas. Big slams coming out of the midfield. R47 doing its job, disrupting quite well.
And we hold the ball.
And we're chilling.
Yep. I mean, we're gonna be seeing a lot of that in this last minute. They have no reason to even try to make an aggro play.
Yeah, this is quite the deficit to make back. 7 points now. Meta's getting that 1-pointer going under the crossbar. We're gonna make his way up with EP 1-on-3. Not able to get it. Metas taps it out.
He had the movement for a minute there. He was zooming.
He took Appo's shoes. Coming down to about 35 seconds left in this game. This is Pyalt coming out of Mau here, getting it in the left side. Yeah, I think this one is going the way of CNN1.
The pile often easy to deal with, but when the shot actually comes through, it's a nightmare to try to block.
Especially at those high angles like that right in front of the net. You really cannot predict where that ball is going.
Well, yeah, I mean, with his changes, I don't even think the video could save you now.
Nobody is safe anymore. Say, ult coming out of designer, just trying to stop the bleed. DK
no.
coming up for it. That's going to be it for game 2, going the way of CNN1.
That one went a little more closer to how we anticipated.
That's about what we expected all along, I think.
But I still got to give it up to the dev team. That game 1, they came to play.
They handled themselves quite well in that first game.
But there's still one more game. That's the scary part. There's still one more game. We could see a timeline where Spice Gaming LLC has to defend us from the tyrants that are the dev team. They could be our last bastion.
And whether we like that or not, you know, that's yet to be seen.
I gotta say, I'm having a lot of fun watching these matches.
Oh, this is good. Yeah, this is quite fun. I love seeing the dev team play. Obviously, that second game went a little bit closer to what I think all of us here in the West expected. But you know, we'll see what happens. It's
you
gone
can't be talking
one.
like that anymore, dog. We gotta give credit where credit's due.
They get the
Their
credit.
team
They get the credit for sure.
playing one hell of a game over here.
Going to be getting into game 3, our final game of this set. Not seeing any changes. The exact same teams, the exact same players. See what happens.
Of course.
Kickoff going the way of the blue team. However, programmer on it gets it below.
God, off the bat?
Getting that low shot underneath DK.
Not like this.
Let's see what happens.
This
Meta's
is
not having a
not-
color
not
cannon
the
here.
signs I wanna see.
Up.
Oh, up high. I like that.
Something I have noticed we're not seeing out of the Chinese, at least not out of Mao Mao and Programmer, is a lot of head jumping. There's been quite a few situations where people have been stacked up and they're still not doing it. Programmer on an EP, not getting it. Artist taking the shot. 100T coming out of metas.
Oh, good slams, good slams. Oh my god.
My
Oh my god.
The angle on that punch sent it. I don't think anybody could have predicted where that was going to go. Mao Mao.
I don't even think DK predicted where it was going. That was just Magnet doing all the work.
Oh, I'm not sure. Oh,
my
100T
goodness.
coming out of DK, I believe. Sending it back out to the corner.
This game is frightening.
Getting it up to Metas. Metas has... Oh, tackle coming out of Programmer. Rocket coming out of Metas.
Oh my god. This game specifically might put me back in the hospital.
Let's hope that that's not the case. Metas here in the corner skirmishing. I believe that was 100T out of Designer. Mama on the pickup. See what they can make happen here.
Long pass.
Not quite getting the extra power from the China Tech. Sending it back to DK.
I would have liked to see Metis in a slightly different position there to try to kind of color cannon and force it in if they were going to take that shot.
See what happens here. Programmer in EP. That was color cannon coming out of Metas that sent it like that.
Yep.
Up
Oh,
to
there we
Mao
go,
Mao.
there we go.
Mao Mao to 1. Designer getting it. Ooh.
Wow, that was a lot of range on those jabs. Oh, the movement. Yeah, blown
Alt coming out of Designer. Not a terrible idea.
Yeah, but we definitely take those.
We take
I mean,
those.
Setting up a situation where you force them into an ult is huge for denying value.
Giving him the refund, unfortunately. Metas sending one in the top right pocket.
Okay, bring it back, boys. We can't have this happen.
Getting the
Oh,
double
double
kill
knock.
here. Mao Mao taking the shot. Designer up in
Not
time
enough
because of the
time.
Halley shield.
Okay, what are we doing here? Maybe a pass? Yep.
Interception by Metas. Nope, back over to the programmer.
Another thing I really noticed with a lot of the Chinese teams is they use auto pass a lot.
Not
And
quite near
I
as many
feel
soft
like that
passes.
is way too easy to intercept and deal with.
I mean, you know, obviously the larger map size lends itself a bit more to the larger, to the number passes. However, yeah, we're not seeing quite as many soft passes out of the Eastern community as we are, you know, see out of NA and EU.
Now I like to call them manual passes because ain't nothing soft about it. I'm full punching that bad boy.
100T coming out of Designer, scary situation. Mao Mao on the tricky, getting 2, puts 1 in.
I like watching him just weave it between them too after doing that. Just like, nah, gotcha.
3 minutes, items coming up. See which way they go. 1 going to Programmer, 1 going to Mao Mao. Programmer getting a shot attempt.
Oh, good ult.
Almost getting it past Mao Mao on the ult. Nobody going to be able to stop him. Programmer getting it.
Yep.
DK on the
luck.
stop. Let's see what happens here. Artist has ultimate. We got to watch for it. Here it comes. Metas
Wow.
and DK ready for it.
Puts the hands on, grabs the ball, barehanded. We do a little stalling.
Gonna
Little
send
icing.
up to Mao Mao.
Oh,
Gonna go for 1 here. Not quite gonna get it. Ultimate coming out of Designer to stop that attempt. Mao Mao on the rebound.
I think that was a great choice to ultimate there too. Oh,
Color
big play,
cannon?
big fast play.
Not quite.
Do it again. Do it again.
I mean, they've been controlling rebound really well here. Getting it in, snaking past Artist, getting it on the left side of Designer.
The movement. Okay, big color cannon, yes. Oh wow, that punch was huge. Just softly punching it back to the goalie completely defuses so many situations.
Getting it around Mau Mau, putting it past. Let's see what happens here. They've got a minute 45 to see if they to put 3 up on the board, but
He pops the EP, but just gets a little too close to Hallie.
from what we've seen here from CNN1, I don't think they're gonna let it happen. As soon as DK gets that ball, he's just gonna sit with it and hang out for a little bit.
Yep. And they're not willing to risk the loss here.
Clearing out DK on the pickup
Oh,
programmer.
no.
Oh,
Just a slight
unfortunate.
miss.
He was charging a punch. Had he not been charging that punch, he could have just dashed into it and taken the shot. But, whoo! Ultimate coming out of Artist there in a scary situation. Did not have his cursor on the net, unfortunately.
Oh, off the wall. A little self-wall pass, maybe? Oh, no.
Disruption from the Hallie hands. Programmer taking the shot.
Down
Low
low.
right. Not going to make it. Items going the way of Mau Mau and the Artist.
Oh, wow, just sneaks it right in.
Getting that low pass on the left side of DK. If I'm CNN1 here, I'm chilling. I'm passing back. I'm playing the passing game in the air.
Oh, big
Tricky. Mau Mau getting the
Low
one.
aggro.
Alt coming out.
Oh, nice.
Winning the rebound
Fortunately,
situation.
he's caught in the ultimate. Can't really
Yeah.
contest that.
Oh, they got to make something happen. Artist has his ult. Programmer has his ult. They got to make something happen. But if I'm CNN1 here, I'm chilling.
I mean, the worst part is like we know something can happen. They already did it once. Artist already let a 2-pointer rip out of nowhere.
Programmer coming out here. Yep.
Trade,
Mau
yeah.
Mau with the trade. Gonna send it.
Missed.
Missing. Not quite.
Missed.
Artist has
Yeah,
ult
Artist.
here. Sending. DK on the stop. Unless Programmer can get a 2
A
here.
little late on that ultimate. Oh.
Yeah, I think that's going to be it. That's going to be it. CNN1 coming out on top here against the dev team.
That was far too close. That was far too close. That's my favorite match of the night so far. Holy.
11 saves going to DK. Played exceptionally well in every game we've seen him in today. Man,
that was incredible.
That was
I gotta give the biggest shout out of all time to the dev team. They
get claps
really
from
outdid
me.
themselves.
I think everybody in the West, we owe the devs a massive apology for dogging on them like we have.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, no one thought that was gonna happen.
No.
That was very close.
No, we did not think that was gonna happen.
But that does bring us to our 2 finalists. It's going to be Spice Gaming.
This was
LLC, and CNN1.
This is definitely one of the matches that we thought we could potentially see in the finals. Obviously, some people had EU, some people had NA. It goes how it goes.
Who do you think is going to win?
I mean, boys in blue, my boys on Spice Gaming. That is my team. Those are my boys. I have faith. Given this being a longer set, I think Spice could take it. Just track record with the teams. Stitch and Jesse taking a little bit longer to get online, but once they they start recognizing patterns and stuff like that, they could make the changes.
So your pick is NA?
I think I'm gonna go with NA here. Yeah.
All right. You know what I think?
What do you think, Skin?
China #1. Hold that.
China #1, and you know what? You can have that.
I want to see him get the dub. Imagine the molding on the west side. If China gets the dub.
You know what?
I'd love to see it.
It's
I'd
not
love to
even.
watch y'all grovel.
It's not even that far fetched, really, when you talk about it. Like it's.
Oh no! I mean, China's been playing. Everyone has been playing phenomenally the whole way through.
I mean,
even
watching
the dev team,
watching DK play on ping has been a treat because it looks like he's not playing on ping at all. He's just playing a game like on normal, like he's playing on 180, almost 200 ping, and it looks like he's playing like it looks like he's on a LAN environment.
It's like he just rehearsed the movements and he's like, execute now. I'm doing the thing.
Oh my! Just give us a second here, folks. We'll get into this last game, our grand final set. Spice Gaming versus CNN1.
This is our last one, but I am very happy with these spreads of matches, actually. I think we've had some really fun matches to watch across the whole thing.
I definitely agree. And this one looking like it's going to be one of those matches.
Oh, yeah. I feel like this one's either going to be super high scoring or 1-0. I don't think there's going to be any in between. It's either like one team gets pissed and now it's a blowout, or it's super competitive the whole way through and it's literally decided by like unfortunate luck on some weird shot out of the corner.
Well, it'll be interesting to see, what players the China team bring in. If they just bring Mao Mao and Metas back, or if they're gonna tag in Meking or Rensheng, or
I think they just bring their heavy hitting lineup that they've been rocking.
I think I agree. Yeah, I think I agree.
It was cool to see them give the other players a bit of spotlight, little gameplay time too.
I mean, realistically, with the removal of double picking, the only person they can swap out is Mao Mao, because NB and Meking both being Pi players, that's the only slot they have available. So
that's another thing. All these Pi players, man, all y'all playing in NA. We're true Chads. We got the off picks.
Well, I mean, interestingly enough, the only of the top teams in NA, we really only have 2 Pi players in Rags and Ravioli, which we haven't.
Are you forgetting my boy Dump Truck Dempsey?
We have not seen Dempsey play. We have not seen Dempsey play in tournament in quite some time now, so I have excluded him from the list.
Shout out to Dempsey, wherever you are. I hope you get over that strep throat, big
Yeah,
dog.
I hope your throat's doing good.
I hope you're watching at home. This one's for you. We are still waiting on the Chinese team to creep up into the lobby here.
I imagine they're still talking about who they're actually going to send in for this game.
Well, yeah, that's another wild thing, discussing who to even throw into the lineup. They got every Pi player under the sun, apparently, so what kind of Pi player do you want?
Well, like I said, we've said it, but that's really the only slot that they can change out, is swapping Mao Mao out for NB or Meking. If they plan on putting DK and Meadows forward, that's what we're looking at, is what Pi player do they option select in?
Just because they're so comfortable playing with each other too.
Well, I mean, they were the team that won, right? And then Meking, MB, and Rensheng were I believe the second place team, or they were one of the finalist teams in the China regional. Yeah, absolutely.
I think you got to bring. I think the team synergy is super important here too. You got to bring the absolute A game, because you're going into Spice. You're going into Spice.
Spice, the heroes of NA.
Sure, they were a little scuffed in game 1 of the round robin, but surely they figured something out.
Well, and we've said it time and time again. It just let them get a little bit of steam, and they'll get rolling, and roll they will.
Now, we've talked a lot about China swapping in players, swapping out stuff. Do we see Spice bring out the bot team? Do we see Stitch swap his entire team for bots?
Well, we said it earlier, Skin, but we did not see what was going on in that bot game because of the password that
you
was.
You literally could not guess the password.
Yeah, so.
I tried. Believe me, I tried. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 2. None of it worked.
Couldn't get it. Only Stitch knows what happens in that bot game, and
Could
you know what?
Imagine the techniques honed and crafted in that bot lobby.
I can't even begin to imagine.
I feel like if you finally guessed the password, you've cracked open Pandora's box and the game is doomed. I think the game's just over the moment someone guesses the bot game password. Oh boy! All right, we got one of the 2 players needed pulled up to the Chinese team lobby.
We're still waiting on confirmation on the last player. We have 2 of them in. Just give us a minute here. We'll get it going.
Don't let Spice warm up, though. I mean,
why don't we take another look at these cards, huh? This beautiful animation that we've been given. Here we're gonna go ahead with the Asia team first. Obviously, our team Metas, Mao Mao, and DK. Quite the formidable team so far.
Oh yeah. I mean, win rates to rival EU.
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, down to single percents, I'm sure.
Those high 70s they're big.
And then the NA side, we have Stitch, Big Jesse, and High Star. High Star being the newest member of Spice Gaming, but performing quite incredibly here in last week and now in global. So hopefully we can get into this game here now in a minute. It's looked like they're going to be putting Mao Mao in.
We've gotten word back that the Chinese team has actually requested a break. I think they're taking this. I mean,
okay.
Take your time. I'm the biggest advocate. Take your time. If you want that break, take that break.
Fair enough.
They're
You know what?
Really thinking about what they want to do here.
Let's take a cut back and go have another look at that Zitron highlight video that he's made for us. We'll be right back in about 2 to 3 minutes.
Gotcha.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We just had a little bit of a break there while we were waiting for the China team to be ready. They seem to be ready now. Quick little announcement before we get into grand finals. Our gracious connection to the Pathia office, Chris, has given us some.
Big homie Chris, put some respect on his name.
Big homie Chris has given us some information that Pathia is working on some events to kind of bridge us between now and early access. And they should have more information about that somewhere around the end of February. So make sure you stay, after everything is over and we're on break from the game or whatever, keep watching your social media, pay attention to the Discord, and we should have some information about that.
This one. That right there.
Wishlist the game on Steam now, right down there.
If you want the updates, go wishlist it right now before we start this match. You got plenty of time, and you're not doing anything anyways.
Exactly. Okay, so I believe we have all the teams here, and I think they're ready to go. So let's have a look and see what they're looking at. We're getting the CNN one that we expected to see.
Oh yeah, of course. This has to be the lineup.
Yeah.
You got to bring the heavy hitters.
This is the exact lineup that won the China regionals, so I expect nothing less. This is on.
baffled. I think Stitch's not pulling out Murphy as like a pride thing at this point.
It's so well, and having talked to them last night, I believe they said that they are much more comfortable running the Lang just with just how things have been going, and you know, because that's all that they got to play at regionals. They're more practiced with it, and they're more comfortable playing it. So, we should be getting into the game here any second now.
Still, I feel like the moment things start going a little south, that's just a trump card that they could pull out.
Well, you never know. I mean, they have 5 games to work with here.
Is trying to have playing against, in my opinion, the highest level Murphy we've seen.
I definitely think that there is not a better Murphy currently playing the game.
To this day, sigh of relief is molded.
Here we are getting into game 1. Kickoff going the way of the red team.
All right.
Let's see what they can make happen here.
Jesse just swats it.
Jesse gonna keep it out. I said, and Jesse a little bit more warmed up. He had a chance to get the caffeine from the monster get to him. We might see a completely different beast out of Jesse in the set than we saw in the round robin.
Beast. Oh my.
Hunter T coming out of metas. Greedy Hunter T passing up to Stitch in a 1 against DK. DK coming way out, managing to get the hands up before the second hit of the double tap.
I gotta say, I don't even think it's like a character thing. I think Jesse just has incredible positioning overall. No matter who he ends up playing, he's always just right in the sweet spot he needs to be in.
That almost going under crossbar there from Mau Mau. Stitch gonna get on the pickup here. See if he's contested. Tackle coming out of Mau Mau.
It's good he tackled that. Really dangerous situation to be one-on-one with the goalie.
Jesse, 100 T coming into Jesse.
That's interesting. Maybe he was anticipating a color cannon?
Let's see what happens here. Meta's going to go for the color cannon. High star on the 100 T stop.
Good.
Winning the 50-50. All 3 of them are knocked. Not quite getting it in time.
That 100 T timing was absolutely perfect. Even a moment later, that would have been a goal.
Oh, it couldn't have happened any other way. Meta's here. Color cannon not going to get it. Stitch knocking it out. DK coming up for it. Not able to stop.
Good.
Going up to Stitch. That was quite the pinch off the corner.
Ooh, tackle.
Another tackle. That's 2 tackles.
Oh, no. Oh, this is dicey. This is dicey. Stitch is up there. Head jump. No. Dive? Okay.
Yeah, I don't think that's how you wanted to see that interaction go.
I think it was a good decision based on the options he had, though. If he was a little further back, that would have been the play.
He might have tried to dive another direction, but because of where the ball was, auto aim sent him towards the ball. Which
the thing with dive is it's a set distance, so you're basically guaranteed to go wherever you end up going based on your height. So there's not too much manipulation you can do with it.
Mau Mau missing his last tackle. Stitch giving him the refund.
Not bad. Oh,
Jesse
going in.
W key not quite getting it. Stitch late on the double tap. It's important to mention both teams are playing on about 170 to 200 ping on this server. Taking into effect exactly right there, just like that. Yeah.
Pink very dangerous in this environment.
Stitch sending over to high star.
Oh, all right.
Mau Mau out of tackles. Doesn't have it. Taps it away anyway. Jesse not up in position there to make anything happen. I was just about to make a comment. We haven't seen any bullets come out. I believe that's the first one we've seen.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Getting over the left side of high star. High star sending the hands out. Ping may having maybe. Oh, DK almost missing that one. Sending it back out to high star. Back over to DK. Stitch picking it up. DK pushing out.
I feel like if he didn't go for the double tap there and just tried to use his movement, he could have gotten around that easily.
Jesse with the bubble to save high star from the 2-on-1. High star blowing ult here. Oh, no, unfortunate.
He walked it in.
Unfortunate situation there.
I feel like he thought it was just saved with the ult and was trying to get out of the way, but didn't realize that he had possession. This is not how we were hoping to see the game go, but China is playing phenomenally right now.
I mean,
just dunking it right over. I gotta say, I feel like because of the environment, it might have been a better decision for Jesse to rock pink here.
And, we may see that switch here. I know he's been practicing it, and You know, that's what they ran in the first set. We may very well see it.
I mean, I would really like to see Pink Murphy and just go for complete ball denial. They can't score if they can't touch it, right?
Yeah, fair point.
But
what happens
either
here.
way, I do think having Pink for at least the fast color cannon shots would be pretty vital here.
I said, and I mean, it looks like DK is not even playing on ping at this point. It's astounding, honestly, how well. We talked about it earlier that, you know, as far as we're aware, the China team has never had to play on a bad ping environment before, but they're adjusting to it, you know, better than anybody we've seen.
Oh yeah. Now I do know they have played a few on ping games against us on the US lobby, but nowhere near enough to quantify actually practicing it. Ooh, good ult.
Jesse interrupting there, not giving him the refund.
I
4
still
points
like
in
that
1
decision
minute.
to kill the momentum with the ult there.
Jesse's just going to W key, getting it under the crossbar.
Very nice. Unfortunately, you need 3 more of those big dogs. Hurry up. You got 1 minute.
I mean, yeah, if there's a team that can make it happen, I believe this is one of the teams to do it.
Item. Yep.
Stitch
very
getting the
nice
item,
Stitch.
and Mau Mau getting the other.
Big ult.
High Star
Jesse
blowing
did
all
it.
here. Using the ink.
Okay, we still got ult.
Chilling.
Okay.
Yep, pass it back. Stitch on the intercept.
Of
Gonna
course.
dive into it. Not quite.
Dive does not quite hit the angle you want.
DK over to Meta Stitch. Not able to contest.
Oh, got the double tap. Jesse.
We've got to make 2 happen.
30 seconds. I think this one's wrapped up.
Yeah, High Star gonna be able to send it down. Jesse over to Stitch. Meta's on the intercept. See if Jesse can get him one more. Nice try. DK on the stop.
Ooh, very nice.
I definitely
Star's pissed.
I definitely think we're gonna see a swap from Jesse onto the pink.
There has to be. There absolutely has to be.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say right now, if he doesn't, ego.
Trying to prove a point. However, aerial on ping is definitely not as strong as pink on ping. So, fair
Agreed.
point to be said there.
You've already proved your point, Jesse. Now play to win. Come
DK
on,
putting up the MVP with 11 saves. Again, playing incredibly for, you know, presumably one of his first times playing on ping like this. So, you know.
Oh, yeah.
This could be it for game 1, going the way of CNN1. 65-35. That's about what I expect from this. Them having a pie, obviously. Big buff to possession.
Jesse's already ready. Oh,
Jesse
no.
is sticking with the aerial. I don't know if this is it. I don't know if this is it, big dog. You do what you got to do, but ego is
they're
thicker.
doing it.
Ego
Really
is
doing it.
ego is thicker than water, I suppose. We'll see what happens. I mean, they can make. See what happens. Getting into game 2 here.
It's gonna be a
CNN
dark
taking the
timeline
first
for
game.
Spice Gaming if this drops.
See what happens here. High Star clearing up. Jesse sending it a little high for Stitch. Going with the dive. Going to knock Metas into the ball.
Man slams down like an R47 and just splits both players.
Now, I will say this. If we see them lose this game and they don't swap to the pink, throwing.
Yep, I agree.
Yeah, it's got. I mean, intentional at that point. There's no way.
Entirely agree.
Stitch with the double tap, trying to get it over. Not quite.
Too high.
Back over to
There we
Jesse.
go.
See if the magic W key gets it. Does not get it. Tries to pass back. Miscomm there. Stitch getting knocked into the corner.
Rare footage of Stitch passing to Jesse, though.
Jesse not quite on the intercept, throwing the 100T instead.
Okay, alright.
Nice
Very
try.
nice.
DK almost hitting the tap. Caught a piece of it there at the end, but it was too far gone.
Alright, I like the zoning from Stitch.
Nice try. High Star on the stop.
Uh-oh,
Metas.
uh-oh.
Bouncing off
Very
the
nice.
bouncing off the High Star shield. Bouncing off the Halley shield from High Star.
Oh, okay.
Metas taking the color cannon, getting over under the crossbar into the top right corner.
I feel like High Star just taking a little bit too much time to commit to putting out the hands.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Pink was well within range to shut that down much sooner.
100 coming out of Meta's, tackle coming out of Mau Mau. See what happens here. Meta's trying to take the shot, not going to get it.
Punches it and then...
Mau Mau with tackle, stitched on the tricky, not going to get it. A little bit of a graphical error here coming out of DK. It looks like, on screen it looks like he's bouncing around. However, in the match he looks totally normal. Just a visual bug. High Star blowing his ult, sending it back out, not getting the rebound.
Wonder what Jesse tried to do there, because I don't believe that he would just stand there like that. So whatever he was trying to do, it didn't quite work out. Oh, Stitch still has possession. Pass to Jesse, please. Oh, no.
See, I thought we were going to see the aerial. Not going to make connection. Meta is going to go for the color cannon here. High Star on the stop. 100T coming out of High Star as well. Winning the 50-50 with the hands. Sending back out Mau Mau on the pickup.
Oh, good hit, good hit. Send it back. Very nice.
Stitch, see what happens here. If they can set up a ink play, not going to do it.
All right.
Whoa! Going underneath DK is the double tap. Fantastic shot from Stitch.
I mean, that's the hard part about it. It's super fast, and you have to guess. Is he going up or is he going down? Playing Hallie, you can't really option select that with a slam, you know?
Mm-hmm. DK coming way out to contest Stitch there. Ink not quite finding the mark against Mau Mau. Jumping to oh, nice try on the color cannon, sending it down.
Dangerous.
High Star too early on the hands. They're not able to make the adjustment afterwards. That's the biggest pitfall of playing Hallie, right? You have to be very, very careful about where you put the hands out because it's so damning when you send it a little bit too early.
Oh. I wish Stitch would have committed to the item a bit sooner there. I feel like he could have contested that.
Meta's going to send back out. Not quite getting the color cannon. Stitch going to have advantage here. 100T coming out of Meta's. Double tap. Not quite getting it around.
Using it to build some charges. Not bad.
Mau Mau on a 1. Getting it in past High Star on the left side.
High
Ping
Star just
diff.
struggling to react to these things.
Well, that's another thing too. High Star coming from China, where they don't play on ping a lot, so he might not. He probably has less practice than anybody.
That is true.
That was a pink ultimate coming out of Meta's into High Star's ultimate, which ended up bouncing the ball out. Stitch trying to find his way in here, getting it, curving around the right side of DK.
And I feel like Stitch is doing super well here. He's getting a lot of good double taps. But there are a lot of situations where I feel like if he just relied on his movement a little bit more, playing on ping, you almost have to preemptively block things. I think it's really good for just waiting things out. If you try to use the movement to get around a bit more.
I'm interested on the the choice to ultimate there. It didn't seem like that was that scary of a situation, but DK down to just hang out while it happens.
Yep. I mean, they're waiting. I feel like they have a much more powerful toolkit. Oh my god, he almost did.
The bubble popping the Hallie shield there. Jesse on the ultimate going to send it. Oh, not quite getting it. DK getting the hands out in time. Stitch going to pass up to Jesse, I believe. Meta's on the intercept. DK going to clear. Ink being used. Back up to Meta's. Meta's takes a shot. Gets it in.
Brutal. That was almost a really good situation for them. I mean, Jesse just W keying at people. I would like to see Stitch do it a little bit more. I feel like if he just weaves around the goalie a bit, there's a lot of situations where instead of rocking a double tap, they would just sink it in.
DK pushing way out here. Stitch gets the double tap through the players.
Yes,
he got the item. High Star got the other item. Stitch going to tap it out of Meta's hand. Meta's going to have a shot here. Nope, going to pass it out to Mau Mau.
Oh, good weave.
100T coming out of High Star. Mau Mau throwing the tricky, only hitting Jesse. Oh, they got to put 1 point up. This is going to be down 2-0 in grand finals. DK chilling.
Oh.
So another, there's the bubble blowing the Hallie shield. See if they can make something
really
happen
good
here.
Hit from Jesse. Really good hits from Jesse.
Oh, not quite getting it. The Hallie slap getting it away from him.
If he was a little further back, he would have moved right around that.
Gotta make
Alright,
something
it's now Never
happen.
Voice. It's
Ult
never
coming out of
Voice.
Mau Mau. It's never going to Jesse. Getting it up to Stitch. Mau Mau going to be on the intercept. 100T coming out of DK. That's going to be it for game 2. Going the way of CNN1 up 2-0 in grand finals.
Spice did bring it back a little closer. But I still think they should change.
Yeah, well, I mean, and when you look at it, I really feel like it's... Obviously, High Star putting up 11 saves there. I really think it's goalie diff in this situation right here. DK adapting to the ping way better than High Star is.
I think I agree. I think I do.
Yeah, it's...
But there's only so much you can do. Pink shots just come... Pink and pie shots are so fast and can come from so far away. It's hard to be ready for all of them, you know?
Yeah.
You can only catch so many.
Well, looking like we're getting into game 3 here. I think they're gonna run the same picks. You know, I'm curious to pick Jesse's brain after this is all over. He said that he was not picking Ariel into Hallie at all, and now we've seen it 3 games in a row. So, tournament point to China here, getting into the last game of the set.
I mean, not just tournament point, but if they win this, it's a complete shutout. Not a single game NA's way.
Well, unfortunate situation here, folks. I did get a spectator bug, which the game is currently still playing. However, it looks like I'm in the waiting for players lobby. So we do not have audio and will not have, I believe, we won't be able to see score updates as they happen. Unfortunately, that's just how we're going to have to deal with this. And we have DK jumping around everywhere. So
I will try to relay as much information as best I can.
Okay. All right, well, here we go. See what happens. Playing around the corner here, Stitch. Nope, gonna send it back back down to High Star.
Right. Going for the little punches. That could have been really dangerous. If Metis had gotten the magnet there.
Oh, not quite on mark there, hitting the top left of the post.
Oh, I like the ink. Stitch is in there. Where's Jesse in all this? A little far back.
Oh, nice try from Metas. Not quite getting it, though. Stitch, Jesse going to try to get it out. Getting it out. Going to pass up to Stitch. Stitch in a 1. See if Mau Mau can get the tackle. Not quite.
To rock the double tap again.
He waited a little bit too long on the second hit. Didn't go.
Oh, diving. Okay. Doesn't quite get the double tap. Nice uppercut from High Star. And really good the Metis.
Stitch in a 1 again. DK blowing his ult there. Definitely not a bad decision.
Jesse catching. Passes down. Not quite sure who got knocked there.
Mau Mau up to Metas. See what happens. Color cannon. Nope. Jesse going to steal intercept with his ult. Up. Mau Mau Stitch going to scramble for it and not going to get it. Tackling. Taking it away from Stitch.
Oh, double tap. Very nice. Goes right back to Jesse. See Jesse pass it right back up.
Oh, Stitch going with the tricky. Oh,
ooh,
DK with
yellow.
The beautiful yellow.
I think we're going to end up seeing items in about 20 seconds here. 3:30, correct?
Yes. No, 3 minutes.
Oh, 3 exact?
Yeah.
Got it. So 45 seconds until we see items come up.
High Star up to Jesse.
Oh, wow. Oh, clean trade. Very nice.
Beautiful shot from
huge
Stitch.
double tap.
It's in the top left corner.
Score now 1-0. Spice pulls a little bit ahead. 25 seconds until items drop.
For those of you in chat saying, yes, I addressed it, we're just going to roll with it. I'd rather have all of the match on stream than lose it.
10
so.
seconds until items.
Jesse with the 100T, stopping it from Mau Mau. Going out,
Items
DK
going up
pushing
in
out
2,
again.
1. There they are.
Going back to Metas.
Looking like Mau Mau gets 1. Ooh, long pass. Jesse takes the magnet for a
How much time left on the clock here?
2:40 exact.
Just a
2:40 exact.
little bit. High Star blowing ult, clearing it out. They got to get this out here. Meta's in front of the net with color cannon. Very scary. Quite the uppercut there.
Uppercut hit at quite a wild range there. Oh, good little under hit.
I'm out. Nope, Jesse on
I
the
agree
stop.
with Jesse ulting there. Oh, Stitches.
Yeah.
That's all right. That's all right. They're trying to keep whatever advantage they have. Oh, big interception out of Jesse. Unfortunately, CNN1 still keeps possession there.
Oh, nice try. Is he going to crane it in? Not manage to get the crane. Meta's going to shoot it. High star with the uppercut, getting it back out.
I feel like that could have been a crane.
Oh, beautiful shot from Mau Mau.
Mau Mau with a great hit.
I believe that is 1-1. Both teams putting a point up on the board.
Rock.
Mau Mau getting it in the right side.
All right. We got 148 on the clock.
148 on the clock. They got to get one. Trying. Jesse having...
Jesse had just a little sooner. Maybe the comm was a little faster.
DK coming out, clearing back out to Mau Mau. Meta's trying to go low, not quite getting a high star ready this time. Jesse slapping it back out. Mau Mau on the pickup. Stitch a little too far forward here.
Oh, Jesse coming in with that big old fish. Goes down low.
This is looking rough for Spice here.
It's looking scuffed, but there's still 120 on the clock. They can still pull it back.
This is 1-3.
We've already seen that they've been practicing some setups for Hail Mary 2s.
See what happens. Mau Mau trying for the... Not
Stitch
quite getting
trying
it.
the old Zitrone wall tech.
Meta's going for it, not going to get it. Not getting the kill on Hallie either, sending it back up.
They got 1 minute left. 54 seconds on the clock. They got to make it work.
Mau Mau has been doing an incredible job of... Oh, nice try. Nice. That's ult coming out of Hallie. Stitch going in to knock him down. Jesse's got to get the ball here.
Oh, this is big from Jesse, I think.
Oh, Meta's getting it, passing back out to Mau Mau. Mau Mau doing such an incredible job this game, intercepting every opportunity that Spice has had.
I just feel like their movement. They've been dancing around Spice this whole time. 20 seconds. Stitch is frantically trying to get his hands on this ball.
DK
I mean, what do they have planned? You have 16 seconds left? What's planned? Just ult? Yeah.
High star ult.
What can you do?
I don't think they can do anything.
They can't. Pilot's still up, yep.
Yeah, that's going to be it.
That'll do it.
Well, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. That is going to be... China is your global champion.
I think you mean China #1.
China #1. CNN1 is your grand finals champion here in the global tournament.
I think it was cool to see them play. I like that.
Yeah.
They're definitely no slouches over there.
Yeah. Hopefully next time we can see the game on a LAN environment for something like this. However, quite the good games.
I dream. And I'm sure Europe dreams.
Yeah.
I'm sure
Europe for sure.
All of it.
Oh man.
What can I say? Hold that.
Hold that. That's going to be your champion team is going to go the way of China. Congratulations to them. They played incredibly well. Definitely, and I've said it a whole lot. I had not expected them to do as well on the ping environment, but they definitely prepped for it probably more than anybody. DK in particular blowing me out of the water with how well he played on ping. It looked like he was playing literally on LAN environment with no ping. It was incredible.
Oh yeah. Well, and I gotta say, in the interviews, they all gassed up Metis pretty hard, and Metis did really well.
Yeah.
I think.
Oh,
but
for sure.
I feel like the star player there is Mau Mau.
Yeah.
He was all over the place, making all kinds of plays. His movement was great.
His interceptions, everything was phenomenal.
Yeah. In my opinion, that was the star player of the team for this run at least.
Well, folks at home,
I can't even imagine what you're laughing at. Quit reading chat.
I believe that is going to be it for us here at the production team. Big thank you to everybody involved. Big thank you to Quads. Big thank you to Mystery. Obviously Bluky and Zitrone for the video and music content that we've used. Big thank you to Pathia for letting us host this. Make sure you guys go wishlist the game on Steam. Go check it out if you haven't before. This was fun, and hopefully, again, we I said it earlier, the announcement, we have something coming up towards the end of February. They're going to announce some events to give us a little bit of copium between early access and now, which we're hoping for by the end of Q2. Just a little bit.
Just to tide us over, just to keep us going.
Anyway,
All it
that's
takes is a little bit of hope.
just a little bit of hope. A little bit of, you got to get the right mixture of copium and hopium. I think that's going to be it from us here. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time.